like to welcome everybody to Fairview High School in Fairview, Tennessee. The Yellow Jackets against the Marshall County Tigers. The Fairview High School Yellow Jackets come into this game with a strength and success ranking in Division I Class AA in the state of Tennessee, tied for number 8 with Kingston, just behind Alcoa, Obion, Red Bank, Giles County, Creekwood, and Polk County. The Yellow Jackets in District 12A are currently tied for the lead with Marshall County 0-1 on the year coming into this game. Marshall County, with a quick update, is 0-3 on the year, Tim. Started out the year losing 29-3 to BGA. Close game with Hickman County, losing 33-26, and then last week they lose 38-14 to Columbia. So they come into Fairview with an 0-3 mark. The Yellow Jackets come, though, into this game with a 2-1 mark on the year, also coming off of their first loss on the year to Creekwood last week.
If you look at this schedule, or the strength that you gave us, Kevin, Creekwood is 6th. Fairview's loss was to a very, very good team that came in here very well prepared and just executed well in handing us our first loss of the year. I look for Fairview to come back strong this year. I think this week they're gonna have more pep in their step. And this is the type of game when you have a team that's 0-3, we need to jump on them early, often, and get their mindset that they're going home with a loss, and then we can get back on our winning ways.
Absolutely. Last week we saw the Yellow Jackets with plenty of opportunities to score early. Had a couple of plays that things just kind of went awry for them and got behind, and next thing you know, we're out of the game. But the Yellow Jackets, to their credit, they hung tough and they fought hard to the very end of the game. Also, a couple of notes for the Yellow Jackets coming into this game. After the 3 games, they have the 19th toughest schedule to go along with their Division I Class AA success, plus strength ranking of number 8 in AA. So, Tim, you have to say that starting out with a new coaching staff, with a new system on offense and defense, that this particular team has done exactly what Coach Chris Hughes has wanted them to do to start out the year. So as the Yellow Jackets come into their 4th game of the year, heading into homecoming next week, they certainly want to go into homecoming with a 3-1 record on the year.
Yeah, and if Fairview goes out there and they execute our first 2 games, Kevin, we had dominating performances on offense, and on defense we wore teams down with our overall team speed and gang tackling. We come out tonight and we're excited. I'm waiting to see what happens tonight, and I kind of want to just go back to this strength schedule, this Division I AA. The first 3 teams there, Alcoa, they have won, I know of, the last 4 state championships in AA. So Fairview's in some tall cotton there, where they're in with the big boys. So you know that Chris Hughes has come in here and he's brought in a new offense and a new defensive scheme. And he's kept a couple of the old tenured coaches back, and he's got some good ball players, and they're executing for him.
Absolutely, and kind of going down that list of the coaching staff, you've got Chris as the head coach, who was at the Fairview Middle School for 12 years. In addition to that, he has Frank Simmons on his staff, Mike Merritt, Chris Butler, Steve Skelton, Ron King, Mike Motley, Chris Smith, Nathan Blankenship helping along the way. And before we get started in this game, as always, we like to give credit where credit is due. And that credit goes to the staff that puts this game on the air, and that's the students that come out here and volunteer their time, and their producer. And in tonight's game, Yanni Parker, Martin Binkley, Jody Wilson, Kelly Moore are the students that are going to be working the field cameras, above the, press box cameras, all the cameras angles that you're going to be seeing. That's what those students are going to be doing. You also have working the coaches' tape, Michonne Ramey, along with producer Bob King. Having the privilege to call the game tonight is myself, Kevin Anderson, along with Tim French. And Tim, you know, we keep saying it week in, week out, that it's just a privilege and an honor to come out and watch these young men go after it. And knowing how much work they put into their summer and their pre-summer with their lifting and their weight programs. So definitely, these students are ready to play football tonight. And so they're, with all that said, the Yellow Jackets are going to get the opening kickoff. And deep tonight, you have a 2-man deep set for the Yellow Jackets. Left is, on the right side actually, is Penner. On the left side is Bobby Bach.
Kevin, I was watching the team warm up, and I was watching the players move around. Just a hunch tonight. I'm thinking that Devin Pinner is going to have a real good ball game. Bobby Bach and Ethan Cassidy, I think, maybe having some real good ball games tonight. They all look ready to play ball.
Just about a minute away from the start of this football game. And, one thing before we get into this game, Tim, is looking at last week's stats. One thing that just jumps out at me, total offensive yards last week was 254 to 353. Last week, if you recall, we had 6 opportunities on 4th down, and we only converted 1 of those. So we turned the ball over on downs more than we did punting the ball away, which is very unusual in any level of football, whether it be junior pro, high school, college, pro.
And 2 of those came from the 1-yard line.
Absolutely. Jamie Perryman set to kick the ball away. Looks like he's going to be a straightaway kicker for the Tigers of Marshall County. Again, back deep is Penner and Bach for the Yellow Jackets. Kick is straight away. It's going to be a short kick angled toward the out of bounds, and it is going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a flag on the play, and that's going to give the opportunity for a re-kick here for Marshall County, or the Yellow Jackets will take it over. 1st down and 10, ball spotted at the 35-yard line, which is exactly what they're going to do tonight.
The Yellow Jackets will take the ball at their own 35, where it will be.
At quarterback tonight, again for the Yellow Jackets, is going to be Daniel Raines. Raines starts out tonight, it looks like, in shotgun formation. Back in the set with him is number 36, Ethan Cassidy. So we're ready for football here in Fairview, Tennessee. Let's go. In motion, snap back, ball handed off, double reverse. Looking to throw the ball down the field is Alex Gershon. He's got a receiver down the field, and that's Branch. Branch somewhat tackled before the ball gets to him. No call. Good call right out of the gate. A little trickery on the play. It goes incomplete, but Branch was out there. Passed just a little bit over his head. Incomplete. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Yellow Jackets.
Armbar defense by the Marshall County defensive back on that play. I like seeing that. I like seeing that at the beginning of the game. Just didn't get the separation we wanted with Hunter and the defensive back.
Shotgun formation again, this time up the middle. Quarterback takes it, which is Daniel Raines takes it. It's going to be a gain of about 3 on the play. 3rd down, 7 yards to go, Yellow Jackets. So clock ticking down, 11 minutes, 30 seconds left here. First series of the night for either team. Yellow Jackets with the opening series, as they did last week. Split out left is Gershon. Back in the set, ready for the snap back is Raines. Raines gets the ball back out for a catch. It's caught. Gershon breaks 1 tackle, breaks a 2nd across midfield, out to the 49, down to the 48-yard line. 1st down, Yellow Jackets. Tiger territory.
Gershon and Raines have that chemistry this year, Kevin. Gershon takes that route, comes inside, breaks it outside. Raines floats to the left side, zips it in there. Nice pass, nice catch. 1st down, Jackets.
Definitely the left side of the field, down and out pass has been there for those two on multiple occasions this year. I formation this time, quick handoff, ball hits the ground, Yellow Jackets jumped right on top of it. That time the Tigers did what they're supposed to do defensively. They broke through the initial gaps, and they absolutely broke up the handoff, which was an I formation, which we have not seen many times out of the Yellow Jackets this year.
They were guessing run. They had 8 men in the box on that play, Kevin.
I formation again. Yellow Jackets. Handoff this time in a cross formation to Bach. Bach back to the original line of, back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 13. Ball back now on the Yellow Jacket side of the field, spotted at the 48-yard line. So 148 to the other 48. It's going to be a 4-yard differential. So it's going to be 3rd down, 14 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets on their opening drive of the game.
Marshall County jamming those inside gaps, and they're bringing their linebackers up to kind of protect themselves from the outside.
Shotgun formation. Raines with Cassidy beside him. Raines going back, looking down the field. Before he gets a chance to do anything, he is smothered by the Tigers for a big loss on the play. Back to the 30, let's see where they mark it. It's going to be the 38-yard line. He's sacked on the play. So the Yellow Jackets pick up a quick first down, but all for naught. A couple of running plays go for nothing. And the next thing you know, the Yellow Jackets are now back in punting formation, where they will be kicking the ball away for the first time tonight for the Tigers to take over. And sure would be sweet to see the opportunity of what we had last week, where the back man drops the punt.
Great punt.
Great punt again. Trying to get outside, nowhere to go. Yellow Jackets pursuit there on another great kick. Embler this year, Tim, I'm going to have to say, has thrown some spirals out there that have been really in length, very well played out.
He's been the most impressive punter we've seen from any team this year.
Definitely.
He's getting a lot of height, he's getting hang time, and he's getting a lot of distance. On that last offensive play by Fairview, number 2, I think it's Ashton Darnell come off the corner, and somebody wasn't looking, and he just had a clean shot at Daniel. We need to keep Daniel protected.
Reyes back in the shotgun formation. Quick handoff. The Yellow Jackets sniff it out. It's going to be a pickup of a couple on the play. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Penner up in there making a hit. He's been playing solid on defense all year. He's been solid playing all over the field this year, as a matter of fact, but he was big on that play.
Actually, that was Carter at quarterback, and the handoff went to Reyes, number 17. So Reyes actually with a pickup of a couple on the play. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Penner's playing defensive back tonight, Kevin. He's not playing safety.
Shotgun formation, back to throw the ball this time down the field. Pass is thrown and caught short of the first down. Trying to drive to get the first down, but not able to do that. Alex was able to grab a hold of him and bring him down at the 35-yard line, just about a yard short of the first down. It's going to be a big third down play early for the defense. Third down, 1 yard to go for the Tigers from Marshall County.
Big Cody McNeil out there jamming up the middle. They've got Penner up at cornerback, and they've got Daniel Raines playing safety tonight. I believe that Marshall County must have a split end, a wide receiver that they want to match Penner up with.
High bone formation this time. Looks like they're going to try to drive it up the middle, and they do. They get across past the first down markers. It's going to be first down Marshall County. Past the 40-yard line, up close to the 41. Past the 40, up to the 41-yard line. First down Marshall County Tigers.
Looking for DiNardo over on the sidelines.
Yeah,
after that offensive set.
Yeah, absolutely. He invented that when he was at Colorado. Colorado won the national championship with the eye bone. They come back with the eye bone set.
Fairview jamming the line. 9 people within 2 yards to the line of scrimmage.
Third man through, gets hit. But he didn't get hit until he gets a couple yards past the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a pickup of about 5, which I believe Marshall County will be tickled to death with 5 yards after the handoff on every play of the night.
Nothing fancy about that play.
Second down, 5 yards to go for the Tigers.
And it looked like Fairview's ready for it. Look at this next set. We'll have 8 or 9 people. They're running a wide formation, so it's going to split us out a little bit.
Reyes back in the formation again with Carter. Carter in the shotgun. Second down, 5. Handoff up the middle. This time to Reyes. Reyes gets the first down again. Breaks a couple tackles inside Fairview territory down to the 45-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 10 on the play. It's going to be first down, 10 Tigers at the 45-yard line.
Missed tackle at the line of scrimmage by the Fairview Yellow Jackets. We had a guy in the gap, had ready to make the tackle. Looked like he slipped a little bit, Kevin.
First down, 10 Tigers. Yellow Jacket defense is going to have to stand strong here. They need to get the ball back for the offense. Back in shotgun formation is Carter. Carter takes the ball, takes a couple steps, drop, and it's knocked down this time by Stephen Ray, it looks like.
And Stephen Ray back after missing a game for us. He's got a lot of hustle, and as you said, when he plays basketball, he's got good jump. He's got good vertical. He got up there and knocked that one down.
He got up in the air that time and almost brought it down for an INT. Goes incomplete on the play. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Tigers.
Marshall County's going to take a shot down the sideline here sooner or later, Kevin.
They stay in shotgun formation with Reyes in the backfield with Carter. This time they go back to Carter up the middle, and Carter is hit as soon as he gets the ball handed to him. It's going to go backwards for a loss of 1 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 for the Tigers. I didn't see who the first man to hit.
I believe
Reyes was.
They've got Ethan Cassidy up on the line tonight, and I believe he had the first hit. He's playing almost like a nose tackle or defensive tackle out there. Is that Tuttle?
Tuttle is on the tackle is what we see, or what we hear. Back to the I-bone, 3rd down and 11. A lot of things that you can do out of the I-bone, a lot of options. Handoff first, second, or third man through. This time the first guy through gets the ball. Not going to be enough for a first down, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 6 yards to go for the Tigers. Ball at the 41-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. So this is one of those key plays in the game, Tim, where do you make the decision to try to punt the ball away and get the other team pinned deep to start on offense, or do you take a gamble like the Yellow Jackets did last week 6 times, matter of fact, as we mentioned earlier, and try to get that first down on a 4th and 6 play?
They've had a lot of success, but we have shut them down the last few plays. Just depends on how much confidence the coach has in his defense and how much he has in this running game they've got going.
Timeout this time, Tigers, their first timeout of the half. So they're definitely wanting to talk about this. So far it's been somewhat of a defensive battle, and it looks like they've made the option to put their quarterback, Trevor Carter, back in the punt-looking formation anyway. Split out a couple of receivers, 23 and number 7 out to the side. That's Broderick Tiered and also number 7, David Tadachowski. And it is going to be a punt. The Yellow Jackets do not get to it, but it is a nice punt. The ball takes a Marshall County bounce backwards. It's going to be spotted down close to the 15-yard line, where the Yellow Jackets will take over for the 2nd time of the night. First down, 10 yards to go, Yellow Jackets, with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the first quarter of this football game.
Fairview made some adjustments on that last defensive stand. After having several good runs, they tightened it up in the middle and shut Marshall County down.
Back under center is Raines. In motion is Bach. Handoff, first man through. This time it looks like it was Cassidy. Fake to Bach and handoff to Cassidy. Cassidy not able to break away like he was in the first couple games of the year. I'm sure he's getting a little frustrated with that himself. First couple games of the year, he broke a couple of big runs, and as we noted, the nickname not only from this year but from last year, he needs to get that bus motor going.
We had absolutely no movement on the defensive tackle.
Handoff this time's got a gap up the sideline. Good block. Bach gets out the side, gets across the first down marker. It's going to be first down, Yellow Jackets. No flag on the play, so it is a first down.
You see what Bobby Bach did there, Kevin, and broke that play. He looked inside, saw the defender was going inside, and that's where his offensive lineman had him pushed, so he broke that back outside for a good gain.
Good gap play on that one. Misdirection right up the center. In motion again is Bach. This time handoff to Cassidy. Cassidy gets outside. As usual, breaks the first tackle. Gets across the line. Pick up of about 15 yards on the play. First down, Yellow Jackets. And the bus is back.
And what makes that play even more impressive, Kevin, is the field is a little bit slippery. We had a pretty good rain this afternoon. Kevin, he just don't go down. The first person that hits him, he just does not go down.
Ball spotted between the 43 and the 44-yard line. It's going to be first down, Yellow Jackets. Pickup of about 14 on the play. Back up under center. This time, handoff up the middle again is going to go Yellow Jackets' way. Cassidy again, this time is going to be only for a pickup of a couple. Second down and a long 8 yards to go, Yellow Jackets.
Marshall County keeping those linebackers close. And there's just more people than we can block. I'm watching the line tonight, Kevin. They're coming off the ball a heck of a lot better than they were last week.
Raines again back up under center. No man in motion. Raines rolling to his left side. Has some open field. Makes one move, makes two moves. Gets down on the ground. Brought down on the ground, but not until he has a Fairview Yellow Jacket first down in Marshall County territory. Brought down by number 20 of Marshall County. That's Shelby Sharp.
Daniel tucks the ball for a good gain, but if he'd have held that just a little bit longer, Kevin, Devin Penner broke open in that seam in the middle. I think if he'd have hit him with the pass, we'd be even further down the field.
Ball at the 44-yard line on Marshall County side of the field. Twelve-yard gain on that last play by Raines. Raines gets down the sideline this time from the 44-yard line.
Great block, Alex Gershon at the point of attack.
All the way down this time inside the 30. Ball's going to be spotted right at the 30-yard line, it looks like, on one side of the field. We're going to see where they put it down at. It's 28-yard line. So from the 44 to the 28, it's a 16-yard pickup this time.
You see the block by Alex Gershon on the outside? Great
Sure
block.
did.
His coaches will be proud.
Raines says, let's just keep going. Let's not stop if it's successful. He gets outside. Outside on the wet field. Takes 1, 2, 3 steps. Down the field he goes. Inside the 10. First down. Goal. Yellow Jackets. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line.
Great blocking inside by the left side of that line. Devin Penner gets a key block. Again, Alex Gershon, good block on the outside.
So from the 34-yard line down to the 6-yard line. So Raines basically has moved the ball from the 34 down to the 6 in 3 plays. This time Raines going around the left side. Let's not stop it if it's working. So Daniel Raines takes it to the left side, passes the G into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They take a quick 6-0 lead with 2:55 left here in the first quarter here in Fairview, Tennessee.
Coaches definitely think they found something on that left side. Alex is handling his guy. Penner's coming in and get good blocks. And that left side of the line is really coming. Well, they're all coming off. But the left side of the line on that play did a great job.
This is one of those nights that, from a kicker standpoint, you're like, man, I just want to keep my footing. It's slippery out here. Caleb Duke in for the point after. Quick snap back. Set down's good. Kick up and away. And it looks good. Yellow Jackets 7. The guest, which is Marshall County Tigers, 0.
Whenever you have a team coming in 0-3 or coming off some losses, you want to get up on them in a hurry. You don't want to give them any kind of life. So that's what our Jackets have done.
So 4 consecutive runs that time. You had pickups that looked like 12 yards, 16 yards, 18 yards, and then the final was 6 yards or thereabouts. Ultimately, touchdown Yellow Jackets.
They say you can tell the mood of a team by watching the linemen. And on that series, our linemen were coming off the ball. Steve Skelton's got them ready to play ball tonight, Kevin.
Yellow Jackets, it took them almost the entire ball game last week. It took them 45 minutes to score, 46 minutes to score last week. It takes them less than 10 to score tonight. 7-0 Yellow Jackets kicking off for the first time this evening to Marshall County. Kick away into the end zone as we have seen most of the year. Big leg by number 85, Tyler Emler. Not only on the kickoff, but punts. Tyler definitely is rotating that ball from foot to end. Second time tonight, we're going to see the offense of the Marshall County Tigers. It's not like Marshall County has not been putting up any points this year, Tim. They've come into the game scoring, I guess, a total of 43 points. So they're scoring about a 14-point clip per game coming into the game. So that's not chicken feed. Shotgun formation. Carter back in that set, looking to throw the ball. Again, Ray gets out there and knocks it down again. Gets in there, reads the quarterback's eyes, and just bats the ball down.
Incredible quickness coming off the edge. And if they watched film, they might not have seen Devin. They don't know about that quickness coming off the edge.
Stephen Ray, you mean?
Excuse me, Stephen Ray, yeah.
That's all right. I called Raines Penner twice, so Penner, we must have Penner on the brain for his, for whatever reason. This time, quick handoff up the middle, and it's going to be whacked down by the Yellow Jackets.
I believe that was Ethan.
That would be Ethan. Mr. Bus Cassidy says, here's the bus stop. The door just slammed shut. It's going to be a 3rd down and 12 for the Tigers.
That's what you call an ow.
So 2 minutes, 28 seconds, counting downward here. First quarter, Yellow Jacket defense has made some adjustments and looking good on the first 2 plays. Reyes in the backfield. Yellow Jackets rushing. Have the quarterback down for a sack. It's going to be a sack. It's going to bring up 4th down and long for the Yellow Jackets.
Was that Cavender? I can't read the number real well.
Number 53 on the sack
I thought I
for
saw
the Yellow Jackets.
Was that 20?
That's Terrence Taylor, it looked like.
Number 53 tonight is Dalton Cavender.
Okay, it is Cavender. We had a change of numbers on us there. So Cavender on the sack. Flag on the play. So 4th down and about 16 yards to go for the Tigers. Second opportunity they're looking at punting. We'll see what the flag is. Illegal substitution against Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a 5-yard mark off and bring up a 4th down and 11 instead of a 4th down and 16. Still back to receive the punt standing at about the 47, 48 yard line is Devin Penner. Number 8 to kick the ball away for the Tigers, and that's Jamie Perryman. Perryman gets the ball off the right side of his foot, kicks it away from Devin Penner. The ball takes a somewhat of a Marshall County bounce forward, but stops at the 46-yard line, where the Yellow Jackets will have their number 3 opportunity on offense tonight, Tim. The second time they had the ball, it was left with Raines, left with Raines, left with Raines, left with Raines. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Be interesting to see what they do.
You think they'll come back and go left with Raines first play?
Good chance.
Why not? I formation this time, handoff going a little left. It's going to be Cassidy this time with the ball. Pickup of a couple that time by Ethan. It's going to be a quick hit for 2. 2nd down, 8 yards to go, Yellow Jackets. Leading 7-0 here with 1 minute and about 5 seconds counting down. We'll be under 1 minute before the play gets snapped here on 2nd down. Offset I formation. Raines rolling out to his right side, being chased by a couple of the linemen. He gets away from 1, gets away from 2. Got a flag down in the defensive backfield. So this could be one of several things. It could be defensive holding. It could be holding on the offense once they see that Raines is going to be loose running the ball. You just never know where that flag is spotted at.
Picking it up.
Matter of fact, they're saying, it's nothing. So Raines is going to end up picking up about 2.5 on the play. So officially 2. It's going to be a 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. 40 seconds and counting down here in the first quarter. 7-0 home, standing Yellow Jackets. Shotgun formation. Cassidy in the backfield, rolling to his left side, looking down the field. Gets the ball out to Penner. Penner catches the ball in 1st down territory, and it is a Yellow Jacket 1st down.
That's that play that he tucked it and ran in that first series, Kevin. When Penner is breaking open late in that play in that seam, I think that play is going to go for a touchdown later in the game.
So the Yellow Jackets pick up a 3rd down and 6 1st down in Marshall County territory. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Snap back, which is a slow snap back, which kind of with a slow snap back, it gave the defensive line a chance for Marshall County to get off the ball pretty quick. It kind of stymied the whole play, so it's going to be a loss of 7. Loss of 7 on the play, 2nd down 17, and that will be our last play of the first quarter here from Fairview, Tennessee, with Fairview leading first quarter 7 against the Marshall County Tigers, 0. Again, Tim, as we always try to do, let's give credit where credit is due as often as we can. Students tonight working this ball game, you've got Yanni Parker, Martin Binkley, Jody Wilson, and Kelly Moore. In addition, you got Michon Ramey and Bob King. Bob King, the producer, and then you got you and me who get the pleasure of just calling this game every week.
We've got the easy job. We show up, put our headphones on, get to enjoy a ball game while these guys are working hard for the playback. We got it made, and I just can't thank Mr. King enough for allowing me to do this.
Well, you know, each year I keep wondering when they're going to say, hey, we found somebody else, but they keep allowing me to come back, and hey, as long as they keep allowing me to come back, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, I keep waiting for that day. Tim, you're sounding a little long in the tooth.
2nd down 17 is going to be the first thing that the Yellow Jackets see coming out of the second quarter. And also, starting last week, we had one other little blessing thrown our way is we're getting some halftime stat numbers, and Stacey Hare's been providing those to us, and we really do appreciate that.
It just keeps getting better.
It keeps getting better, and you know, before long, you never know, we might even be streaming this live. So if you're sitting in California wondering what your high school Yellow Jackets are doing, you never know, you might be able to pick it up on a live stream one of these days.
That, I can't wait for that day. Kevin, what do you think about this game so far? Fairview's line, defensive line, and offensive line this week versus last week.
Well, I think some good adjustments early has been made by the Yellow Jackets. Going down the field long, you've got Bach wide open, and I tell you what, Bach was open, but that was a heck of a player that time by number 23 for Marshall County. It was a good pass, a good pattern. Everything was in order that time. But, again, credit where credit was due. Broderick Tiered was able to break up that pass.
Well, Daniel Raines had to hold that ball a little bit longer. He had some pressure and he had to roll a little bit. Had that not happened, he'd have got that ball out there sooner, and I don't think the defender would have been able to make the play. Mr. Tiered.
T-A-R-D. Shotgun formation, 3rd down 17. Rolling to his right this time. Going down the field again, similar formation. Turning back to his right this time is Bach to try to make an adjustment on the pass. Not able to do so. So it's going to bring up 4th down from about midfield at the 49-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets are sitting out their punting team.
That 2nd down play was a great call, Kevin. If he doesn't get that pressure and he can set and fire, that's a completion. He had to hold that ball for 2 or 3 steps, and it allowed that defender time to get over there. And once the ball was in the air, he got there just in the nick of time to knock it down.
Yeah, Tiered made a great play on that to knock it down. If he does not, it's at least a 1st down. If not, looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to go for it on 4th down, and it's an intercepted pass, and it looks like it's going to turn against them. And Jaworski, thank goodness, is going to run down the receiver. So the Yellow Jackets have it 4th down and 17 from the 49-yard line. So instead of trying to kick the ball and pin Marshall County deep, which they have had them under control, the Yellow Jackets try a little bit of trickery that time. And Tim, again, calling it as you see it. I'm not sure I understand why we tried that on a 4th and 17, maybe 4th and 7, 4th and 17 at midfield when your defense is standing up strong. I just a little curious about that, because that play like that can certainly give the other team a little bit of momentum, which hopefully defensively we're going to stand up and get that momentum back.
Yeah, Jaworski comes in, makes a touchdown saving tackle, gives our defense a chance to go out there and shut them down.
Good play that time by Jaworski. Yellow Jackets before the play, though, jump off sides. It's going to bring up a 1st down and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. And, one thing that talking with Coach Chris Hughes before the year, that I know what Chris's philosophy is, let's do the unexpected, and definitely that was the unexpected. And sometimes the unexpected is, as you get further, or as you say, longer in the tooth in the coaching situation, you learn different times when to and when not to use those. Second man, third man through, and as we see, the Yellow Jacket defense has turned it around. One man to beat, one block, and it's made down the sideline. Yellow Jackets is going to turn what looked like a bad situation into a touchdown. Yellow Jackets. Pinner picks it up after the man gets through the line of scrimmage, pops up into the air. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
I don't want to sound like a prognosticator, but do remember my prediction at the beginning of the ball game.
I do, absolutely. 11 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the second quarter, and we just said, I guess, in the conversation, maybe we can turn something that just happened negative into something positive, and I wasn't sure who made the hit, and we'll see that. Whoever watches this replay back on Channel 3 and Channel 19 will get to see who made that hit, probably better than what we saw on the play. But definitely one thing that happened is it popped right up, and then you had one great block in the middle of the field, and Devin Pinner took it to the house from the 5-yard line. Kick up through by Duke is good. The Yellow Jackets, again, looking at being tied at 7-7, take the opportunity on defense, make the turnover, 95-yard fumble return, touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
So does Coach Hughes go over to Devin Pinner and say thank you, thank you?
I think so. I think that's a...
He'll say, I knew I had that in my back pocket. That's why I could do that.
You know, Coach Hughes probably saying, that's probably why we did that. We had them exactly where we wanted it. We worked on that all week long, is to get them down there to run that in I-bone formation and to hit the third man through, pop the ball up in the air. It's the reason we had Devin Pinner where he was at. And, no. Yellow Jackets, fortunate.
Fortunate. Well, when you work hard and play hard, luck has a way of coming to you.
That's right. You make your own luck, as they say. Back deep is number 7, and also who's that on the left side for Marshall County? Can you get that? Is that 33, 23?
I believe that's 33, Devon Shelton.
This kick again is at the goal line, and it's going to be brought back. This time it's to the left side of the field, a couple of moves out to the 28-yard line where they're going to take over. First down, Marshall County. Marshall County, last offensive play they had, I-bone formation. Let's replay it, Tim. I-bone formation. Ball at about the 7-yard line, into the middle. Fumble. Picked up Devin Pinner. Pinner takes the ball 95 yards. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
But you got to give credit to the man out in front of him, keeping that quarterback off him and keep springing him for that long touchdown.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for that block, Pinner would have had to break the tackle.
And once he was out there, he was, as they would say, gone.
Yes. Or as they said in the old days, Katie bar to the door.
That's right. 14-0 Yellow Jackets. 11:08 left. Yellow Jackets uses one of their 3 allotted timeouts here in the first half, leading 14-0 against Marshall County. Marshall County again comes into this game 0-3 on the year. Yellow Jackets come into the game 2-1 on the year. Yellow Jackets already 1-0 in District 12A. Marshall County comes into the game 0-1 in District 12A, 12AA rather.
Kevin, I'll tell you, what surprised me about Marshall County on that goal line play, when they were running the I-bone successfully, they were running center-left. Our defense is right side, but their offense is left side. And that time he went to his offense's right side, and it just didn't work.
Well,
or I should say, it worked well for us.
Worked very well. It got the homestanding crowd very excited about it. And on a week that we've had nothing but rain, we have a lot of fans here tonight. Handoff this time right side, got a big hole this time for the Tigers. Tigers get brought down across, but not until they cross midfield, and brought down that time by number 85 of the Yellow Jackets, and that's our punter, that's our kicker, and that's also the touchdown saver, Tyler Emler.
Will be first and 10, Marshall County.
there is no hole. It's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play, but it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Looks like we're going to get a little better spot than I expected. No, it's about a gain of 2 on the play after they move the chains around a little bit. 2nd down 8, 10 minutes and 15 seconds left before they snap this next play. Shotgun formation again. You've got Carter in the backfield. Along with him is Reyes. Carter loses the football. The Yellow Jackets are fighting for it, but it looks like the Tigers jump back on top of it. Both teams had equal and ample opportunity for the football, but fighting and getting the closest opportunity for it was the Tigers that time, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 for Marshall County.
Marshall County has not had much success on 3rd and long against us tonight.
No, we've actually schemed very well defensively tonight, Tim. And again, the only thing we've done tonight is that one play on the punt formation. Back to throw, trying to get the 1st down, ball down the field. There's a flag on the play. Ball caught is a 1st down yardage, but there's a flag on the play. So we'll see if that is offensive or defensive flag. That will make a difference whether it is a 1st down or whether it is going to bring back up something else. We have illegal receiver down the field is the initial call. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Marshall County. So instead of a 1st down, it's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
That's what drives the coach crazy. It was on the left side of their offense.
Away from the play.
Near. I think the lineman just took a play off and ran down the field.
Yep, he was running toward the water cooler, and the water cooler wasn't even near him.
Yep.
3rd down, 16 yards to go, Marshall County Tigers.
Just one of those mental lapses that you just cannot have, and he did it.
Back again at quarterback, you've got Trevor Carter. Split out left is number 88, Jacob Hudson, along with someone else that I'll get the number here in a minute. Looking down the field again, trying to go back to that same spot. Yellow Jackets broken up this time. Jaworski gets his hand in the air and knocks it down. It's going to bring up 4th down and 16 yards to go.
And Penner was part of that too. Penner was right back there in the mix once again.
You almost had another interception for the Yellow Jackets on the year there, but definitely in front of the play was Jaworski, number 25, going up and bringing that ball down. And hey, let's not forget the play that Jaworski made on the interception on the 4th down opportunity try. If he doesn't track down the gentleman running down the field, we're not talking about the fumble recovery at all. Block kick by the Yellow Jackets. The special teams are making a difference. The Yellow Jackets, number 44, breaks through the line of scrimmage, blocks the kick, and it's picked up by Caleb Duke.
Levi McDonald on the block. Breaks through, tackled the ball on that block.
He sure did. I think he was almost delivering the ball back to the punter instead of waiting on the snap back to the punter that time, Tim.
Caleb Duke saying, come on, Levi, give me a better bounce, man. I want to score.
Yeah, knock it away. Knock it over here where I can pick it up, take it in. Shotgun formation. Ethan Cassidy to the right side. Now split over to the left side of Daniel Raines. In motion is Penner. Slow snap back this time, and Raines doesn't have any opportunity, so he moves the ball inside the 35 down to the 34, which is going to be a loss on the play of a couple. It's going to bring up actually about a loss of 3. So I guess we're going to have to just call this a sack on the play. 2nd down, 13 yards to go. And that time the shotgun formation snap back was a little slow.
It had a hump in it.
It sure did. That was one of those Wednesday snaps. This time is a good snap back. Raines gets a block, tries to get around in, does not, and he's going to lose another yard on the play. This time tackle made by number 4, Cody Henson of Marshall County.
You know, this Marshall County team, they're a good hitting team. They've been out here hitting all night.
3rd down, 15 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Ball spotted just inside the 35-yard line.
Marshall County's players putting their hands on their hips. They could be getting a little tired. You know what that means?
7:45 and counting downward here. Homestanding Yellow Jackets right now have the advantage. And before the next play, the Yellow Jackets say, hey, let's call timeout and let's get a play on 3rd and 15 that works for us. At 7:41 left here in the first half of the football game against the Marshall County Tigers.
I'll tell you, Kevin, I was watching that play as they were lining up. The Marshall County defensive linemen were tired. They've been chasing Daniel Range and putting a lot of effort in breaking through that line. They were tired. And if our coaches, if they could have seen that, there's a big play coming.
I'm not so sure that we weren't tired either. I'm not sure our tired guys could have gotten to their tired guys.
Our Jackets don't get tired. We don't get tired. We just have some plays that don't go for as many yards as others.
All righty. I got you.
They can't all be long runs.
So 3rd down, 15 yards to go. Yellow Jackets as they come out of the timeout. Second quarter here on a pretty nice night after a very rainy week. And I tell you what, I'm not sure who the props goes out to of managing this football field, but this football field, after all the rain we've had this week, is in pretty darn spectacular shape, Tim.
Yeah, Marshall County looks like they're coming up in it's either a 3-5 or a modified 4-4, but they're staying close.
Low snap this time, handed off to Penner, trying to run around right in. That's the same play we ran on 4th down and goal from the 1, I believe, except this time it's snapped back to the quarterback, handed to Penner instead of a direct snap to which in that case was Bobby Bach. But the Yellow Jackets this time is going to have a 4th down and about 19 yards to go, as it appears from the eyeball formation. Maybe even longer than that. Looks like maybe 20, 21 yards to go.
Yeah, to run this defense that Marshall County's running, you got to have some horses playing linebacker, and these guys aren't making a lot of tackles.
So Raines going to be the middleman between the punter and the snapper. This time the kick away is going to hit into the end zone, roll in, which is going to be a touchback. Bring the ball back out to the 20-yard line, where Marshall County offensively has been somewhat uneventful tonight. On their first series, they moved the football, but the Yellow Jackets held stiff. But other than that, the Yellow Jackets have stood strong, Tim, against that team.
Marshall County has had some very successful offensive plays, and the problem is they are not consistent. And what's happening is, again, that Fairview team speed on defense is keeping them from getting any kind of rhythm. I think we got an illegal substitution on the Jackets.
We have another flag. We've seen that 5 or 6 times this year.
I'm not sure what we got. I just saw a guy running off the field and a guy running on.
So it is a hand to the chest, not a heart attack, just means illegal substitution against the defense. 5-yard penalty, 1st down 5 Tigers. They really need to change the symbol on that, because they're going to send some ambulance driver out after that guy one of these games.
Well, that's just the kind of call that gives coaches a heart attack. That's why they do it.
That's why. Okay, I got you. Snap back this time, try to run up the middle. He's going nowhere. Second guy to get an opportunity to hit him is Ethan Cassidy, and Cassidy said, you're not going. So it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 6. So after the gain of 5 on penalty, loss of 1
we make the substitution
on the play.
Jaworski for Bobby Bach.
Shotgun formation is what they're going to stay in this time, with Reyes back there with Carter for the Tigers. Good snap back, looking down the field on the right side, going down to catch the ball. He's got a 1st down. He's got 3 Yellow Jackets converging on him, but not until the 1st down is made out past the 35 at about the 36-yard line, where it's going to be 1st down Tigers.
I'm not sure who it was, but one of the Jackets just launched in there to make a tackle. Fairview came out, looked like they were in a 5-man front, 3 down and two defensive ends standing up.
Right now we're definitely in a 4-man front. Ray up on the line on the defensive end side. Handoff up the middle, going the right side, got an opening. It's going to be a pickup of about 13 on the play. Pickup out to the 49-yard line. It's going to be 1st down Tigers. Tigers have been successful when they move the ball on the right side of the line, Tim, on 4 or 5 occasions tonight.
And they've had success over this left tackle out here too. But that eye bone, they'll have success and then they go away from it. It's because they know that Fairview defense can adjust real quick.
Back to throw again over the right side of the field. Receiver open, makes one move, makes a second move, jukes away, gets down the center of the field, breaks a couple of tackles. He's finally brought down inside the 20, down close to the 17-yard line. And it's going to be the 17 where they mark him down, but it's going to be another Tiger first down after a long gain on the play.
That's a rare event for that Fairview defense, Kevin. Normally when a team throws the ball down for any kind of positive yardage, they may get to completion, but we tackle them, and we don't give them a lot of that yak. That time we had 2 missed tackles and a good run and a long gain for Marshall County.
Chapdelaine and Leach back into the game on the defensive line, this time for the Yellow Jackets, staying in shotgun formation.
Good to see Leach back. He's been out kind of banged up earlier this year. I got that tip from the young man sitting next to us over here, telling me that he's back tonight and he's ready to go out there and play some tough ball.
5 minutes, 33 seconds left here in the second quarter. Yellow Jackets leading right now 14-0. Yellow Jackets have probably the biggest break on the evening as Marshall County is looking to go in to tie the game at 7-all. They fumble the ball, not because they lose it on a bad handoff, because they were pounded, and the Yellow Jackets pick it up. Penner, that is, takes it with a good block in front of him, 95 yards for a touchdown.
Yes, the offense didn't commit that turnover. We forced that
That's
turnover.
right. There is sometimes a losing of the ball, and there's sometimes a forced losing of the ball. And that
was a takeaway.
Forced losing. Takeaway, forced losing.
Yeah. I want to give credit. I want to find out who it was that sprung him on that block. You got to give him a great deal of credit for hustling down the field and blocking that quarterback, springing Penner.
Ray Cavender, it looks like. Leach, Chapdelaine back on the line. First down 10. Tigers trailing 14-0, 5:33 left here after the Yellow Jackets have used their third and final timeout here in the first half. Staying in shotgun formation, handoff again to the right side. Another big hole there. Cavender makes the tackle, but again, it's not going to be until after more than 10 yards is picked up. It looks like anyway, but Marshall County's walking backwards, so there must be a flag on the field, and there is. Straddling the flag is one of the referees, and we'll see what the call is. Holding Marshall County. So from the spot of the foul going back 10 yards, it's going to be first down and about 17 yards to go. So 3 yards into the play, Marshall County decides to grab a hold of one of the Yellow Jackets to try to spring their guy, and this time it cost them dearly. It may break momentum. It did that against the Yellow Jackets last week playing Creekwood. Going back right side of the line again, back to close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a yard or two short of the original. It's going to bring up second down and about 12 yards to go.
He got some good yardage. Big hit by one of the Fairview defensive linemen or a linebacker coming up. I couldn't quite get the number. So he stopped him in his tracks.
Gain of 6 on the play that time brings up second down and 11. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. Down to 4:45 and counting before this next play. Staying in shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Back, looking left this time across the field, has a receiver open. 3 Yellow Jackets converge on him and hit him hard, but holds on to the ball, and that's going to be number 7 for Marshall County that makes the catch. That's Tadachowski that makes that catch.
He earned that when he took a lick from 2 Fairview defenders. That's the first pass that they've completed to the quarterback's left tonight.
So from first down and 17 after the big holding penalty, they, within 2 plays, have wiped that away clean, and now they're inside the 10. First down goal for the Tigers. Ball spotted at about the 7-yard line. Handoff right side of the line. He's going into the end zone untouched. It's going to be 14-6. So the Yellow Jacket, left side of the defensive line, looks like Marshall County's right side of their offensive line has found something here for a couple of plays, because that time their big tailback went right into the end zone, Tim, and literally he wasn't touched.
There was, when you and I can see the hole from up here, that's a big hole.
Yeah, there's a couple of little white canvases back behind the field goal, and I think he kept running into the canvas.
It's no good.
Looked like one of my wedge shots again. Ball put down. Kevin's wedge shot away.
Tim's tee shot.
Dead left. No good. 14-6. Yellow Jackets lead the Tigers with 4:03 left. But the good thing now is the Yellow Jackets get the ball back on offense with an opportunity to score some more points.
That's the way I hit a tee shot when I have to go over water.
Dead left?
Dead left.
Is there usually land to the left?
That's right. Hopefully.
Hopefully. So you don't aim at the land, it's just the way it goes.
That's right. There's a drop over there somewhere.
I got you. Aiming for the turtle sticking out of the water.
That's right. I got a better chance of finding my ball.
No wonder I saw floaters on the back of your
That's right.
little carriage there.
That's right.
4:03 left. Yellow Jackets leading 14-6. That time on offense, Marshall County, they seem to have figured something out. They got the ball after a punt into the end zone, started at the 20-yard line, so there was a good, solid 80-yard drive that time, passing right, passing left, running right. Mainly when they ran the ball, they ran right. So Marshall County moved the ball down the field to get closer in this football game. Again, they come in 12 AA, 0-1 on the year, 0-3 on the year season-wise. It looks like they're setting up for a pooch kick, Tim.
Or they don't want to go to Penner.
One or the other. And they are kind of kicking the ball sideways. Ball's hitting the ground, picked up, handed off, tried to hand off. So Bach picks the ball back up. Doesn't have a lot of room. Blocking the back, easy to call there right in front of the official. So the Yellow Jackets are brought down at about the 10-yard line, but you can say 10 divided by, or wherever it's at, divided by 2, because there is a block in the back definitely that took place on the Yellow Jackets. So it's going to be first down 10, ball at the, is that the 3-yard hash mark and 4-yard line?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. So the ball's going to be spotted at the 4-yard line. Yellow Jackets starting first down and 10. Again, no timeouts left here in the first half for the Yellow Jackets. One timeout's been called by Marshall County here in the first half.
I don't think they practiced that handoff at the goal line.
I don't think so. I think that was one of those, hey, let's just try this. Under center this time, handoff across the right side, quick hit. Cassidy takes it across the 10-yard line out to the 11-yard line. A quick hit for 7. Second down, 3 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets after a quick hit of 7 yards.
He took a shot to the thigh, Kevin. Those are very painful.
They're painful to you and I. I'm not sure they're real painful to the bus.
No, it's just a ding.
Just a ding. They use those little things and pull out the pads. This time handoff, left side, Cassidy gets a first down, goes up the middle, gets hit by 3 Marshall County Tigers. It's going to be at the 20-yard line. So from the 4 out to the 20, so a pickup of 17 yards in 2 plays for the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be first down Yellow Jackets. 7 yards first time, 9 yards this time. First down Yellow Jackets. So Cassidy with 16 yards in 2 plays. Fumble on the play this time. Rains smartly, or does the smart thing smartly. He falls back down on the fumble. So it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, second down and 11. Shotgun formation, Daniel Rains back, Cassidy with him back there. Going back to throw the ball, going down the field. Ray pushes off a little bit. No call on the push off, but he definitely made himself a little space out there.
Yeah, he got away with the Michael Irvin.
Yes, he did. But Stephen Ray on the wideout position there, going down the field. They tried to throw it up to the big man, and not able to bring the ball in, so it's 3rd down and 11 Yellow Jackets, stopping the clock at 2:27. Again, Marshall County has somewhat turned the tide here. Low snap,
bad
picked up
snap.
by Raines. Raines kind of now trying to do something on his own, trying to get something out of nothing, and finally is tackled for another big loss on the play, back from the 21 all the way back to, it looks like the 17-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and 14 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets after a loss of another 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Center's having some trouble with that long snap tonight. That was a two-hopper.
We've had some low ones, we've had some slow ones. We just need to get that ball back there quicker. So Marshall County stopping the clock at 2:06 because they feel the momentum swing to their side. And Marshall County is about an hour and 20 minutes from here, and you can tell based on the hour and 20-minute ride with a little rain in the forecast, they probably brought about 30 people with them tonight, maybe 35. The homestanding Yellow Jackets. Crowd is full on the homestanding side of the field by the Yellow Jacket team.
You got to be impressed with our crowds. Last year or the year before, they expanded these stands on both ends, and we're keeping them full.
Yes, we are.
Jacket Pride's back. It's been back for years since Tommy Ruiz, and it just keeps growing. Love to see it. You know that pass that Daniel threw? He didn't have a good grip on that. That pass had really nothing on it. Didn't have a chance of being completed.
This is when we need one of those tight spirals to get up in the air and sail over the top of the man that's back to receive this kick.
I want to see the knuckleball.
Kicking away, kicking actually toward us, actually, Tim, as ball goes out of bounds. I'm going to say they're going to spot the ball about the 30-yard line if I'm going to guess correctly. They're going to give him even a worse spot than that. That ball is going to be inside the 30 at about the 27. I'm not sure. They were angling away from the man back to receive the punt.
Going out on a limb here, I'm not quite thinking that's what Coach Hughes told him to do when he was out there talking to him.
Well, he definitely was trying to angle away from the kicker and get the ball out of bounds.
I think he was wanting him to kick it deep and kick it out around this 40-yard line or 45-yard line.
We have another defensive substitution penalty on the Yellow Jackets. It's going to bring up a 1st down and 5 again. They've already, the chain gang has already moved 5 yards to give them that 5 yards. It's almost become automatic here. It's the 4th or 5th time we've seen that this year against the Yellow Jackets when they come out on the defensive set.
Seems to be on that same side of the football, too, or that same defensive side.
It's going to be 1st down 5, ball spotted at the 23-yard line, shotgun formation. Reyes in the backfield. Carter hands off to Reyes. Reyes gets across the middle of the field, gets the 1st down close to the 10-yard line. Ball spotted at the 11. Under 2 minutes left to play. Clock stopped after the 1st down. Again, 11-yard line, which means they can get a 1st down instead of having to just get the touchdown on the goal, 1st and goal.
Jacket defense, time to bow up. This is where you start looking for gaps, looking to shoot a gap, create a turnover.
Shotgun formation again. You see if they'll go back to the right side of the line again, which looks like they're going to do. Reyes this time finds another hole on the right side of the line. He's going to pick up again 7-8 yards.
They jammed that inside hole. They came down and they jammed it, and Reyes kicked that outside.
He's picked up 7 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down, 3 yards to go. So Marshall County has found a weakness in the Jacket defense. And the Jackets right now, with the clock ticking down, they are out of timeouts. So they are going to have to make the adjustments from the sideline, leading 14-6. And one other point to note, or another note to point out here, Tim, is since they have the momentum, a quick snap this time. The Yellow Jackets, as they did earlier in the game, they get back in the backfield before the snap does, and they're going to have a loss on the play.
That quarterback better hurry. He's just kind of nonchalant that this clock is running down.
They have 2 timeouts left, and you got to think they're going to use one right here, and they do.
Bad clock management, Kevin.
46.7 seconds left. 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. Still can get a 1st down inside the goal line, but definitely they found something on the right side, and for whatever reason, there was on their side, they had a slow snap back, and the Yellow Jacket defense put the blitz on that time, knowing or seeming to know what they were doing. So the adjustment, as we talked about, was made by the Fairview defense.
Well, they lost. They went from 58 seconds to 46.7. That's bad clock management, which is very beneficial. Excuse me, I got to tighten my teeth. To our Yellow Jacket team.
3rd down 3 when the play resumes here. Yellow Jackets gets instructions from the sideline. So if the Yellow Jackets can hold them here a couple more plays, could force them to try a field goal, which we saw on the point after. Their field goal attempt was, as I had mentioned, looked like one of my wedge shots here in golf, but they're going to come back out in I-bone formation. Big lineman going to lead the I. Number 7 is going to be behind the back man in the I. They're going to go to the second man through, which is Reyes. Reyes jumps into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So the Tigers, instead of going to the 3rd man through, they pick Reyes out of the bundle, hand it to him. He goes across the center to the right side of the line into the end zone. Touchdown, 14-12. Marshall County inching just that much closer. Marshall County figuring that 1 point's not going to get them any extra favors, is going to go for 2 here to try to tie the football game up.
Or that last kick looks so bad, the coach just said, why not?
Well, last kick was pretty bad. When you start referencing something to my golf game, you got to do something different. They try to throw the ball into the end zone for an extra point, and the pass is good pass, just a little bit out of the reach of the receiver, out of bounds, incomplete. So the Yellow Jackets maintain the lead because they've been able to convert their extra points after their touchdowns. So the Yellow Jackets, with a 14-12 lead, getting the ball here with the last 41.8 seconds left in the first half.
That was a bad play by that wide receiver, Kevin. That went right through his hands. Our defender got his hands on him, was pushing him, but you've got it. When a coach gets you in a position to make a play, you've got to make it. That's the difference between a 0-3 team and a 2-1 team. 2-1 teams, they do the little things that you have to do to win ball games.
Well, Tim, one thing that that was told before the start, I don't know if you got the memo on this or not, but there's been selected a fan of the night or a fan of the game that will be brought up to us here that we'll get to interview during the halftime, and we'll find out what they think about the game, kind of get their opinions, their points of view, and so maybe they can give us some halftime adjustments that we can talk about here going into the second half of this tight football game.
Well, no, wait a minute. I thought we were the fans of the game.
Well, we are fans.
We are the fans.
And we like the game. But there is an official fan of the game that will be brought up here. Back to receive the kick for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, we'll have to talk to him.
Yeah, definitely look forward to it. And I think we can expect to see some type of a squib kick right here. And maybe this squib kick goes very short because the Yellow Jackets, with their creativity, they'll try to do something and score with his 41 seconds left. So Penner gets the ball, fake handoff this time to try to confuse them. They got the line. They've got it set up. Penner gets down the right sideline. One man to beat. He could go all the way. Penner down the left side into the end zone, maybe. Touchdown! Yellow Jackets, and a flag goes up into the air. I'm not sure what the flag is for, but we'll take the touchdown. He did not step out of bounds, so the Yellow Jackets earlier tried the handoff. They fumbled it. So what they were basically doing is they were setting up for the next play.
Yeah, that's it.
That's exactly what they were doing. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Big long run. Second long run of the night by Penner.
One of my picks of the game, I'm going to remind you that every chance I get, Kevin. Beginning of the game, Penner's going to have a big one. Ethan.
Well, you definitely called and said that you thought Penner was going to break some tonight, and I don't know if you called them from the kickoff return and from the fumble recovery return, but I'm going to give you your credit where your credit is due. You said the boy was going to have some long ones tonight, and he did. 20-12, so that took about 20 seconds off the clock, Tim.
I think that kicker should go back to kicking it from the other side to our kickoff return right side, because Devin is just wearing them out.
I believe we had a face mask that was the call. Was that?
When he went for the tackle down deep, he grabbed him by the back.
So we had a horse collar that will be assessed on the kickoff. So the Yellow Jackets, instead of kicking off from the 40, will be kicking off from the 45 on Marshall County's side of the field.
Good.
And again, it wouldn't surprise me again with the Yellow Jackets if they don't try to onside kick the ball and try to get it back and score again with 20 seconds left, Tim.
Good special teams blocking on that return, Kevin. You got to give down here between the 20 and the 40-yard line. They sealed it and they blocked and they gave him that cutback. Great effort by that kickoff return team.
Good snap back, good hold, good set, ball kick, ball up in the air. We get the bobblehead going, and it's good. 21-12, so Marshall County scores. Marshall County has all the high fives going on their sidelines, and before they know it, they look up and they see number 1 scooting down the right sideline, cutting across the middle, down the left sideline into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Can't emphasize the blocking on that return and the great play of Devin Penner. That was perfect.
Well, you know, also staff call on that one too. Whoever's working with the special teams that time, they definitely set that up because Penner faked the handoff and Marshall County bit on that because a lot of their team went to the right side of the field and Penner did the little Statue of Liberty hiding of the ball on his hip until he gets to the sideline, saw a little bit of the daylight, and as we say, he was gone.
He made the cutback that you have to make right here, right in front of us between the 50 and the 45, and he just turned on the jets. So
I guess we were a tad bit misinformed on the penalty there. No walk-off on the play, or just didn't understand or didn't see what the penalty call was more than anything. So the kickoff from the 40 is going to be still in play here. So I would imagine, as been the case, the Yellow Jackets will just try to get this ball into the end zone like they have all year long. Kick away is long. It's going to be caught at about the 12-yard line. It's brought down. Yellow Jacket pursuit is good, but as happened to the Yellow Jackets, it looked like there was a slight seam, and number 7 for the Tigers looked like he had a slight opportunity to jump outside, but instead of Tadachowski getting out there and busting down the sidelines, the Yellow Jackets converged on him and put the sting to him and brought him down at the 34-yard line. 14 seconds left here. And, Tim, that was a huge swing in momentum going into halftime, 21-12 versus 14-12.
They drive down the field, march down the field and score. They're feeling good about themselves, and bam.
Man, what an absolute turn of events. We've had 2 turn of events tonight that have been voice busters, as I call them. Pass down the middle of the field, incomplete. 8.7 seconds left, 21-12 lead, Yellow Jackets. Looking to the sideline. So Marshall County trying to make a decision whether they're going to try to do something creative here and get points, or go ahead and put the knee on the ground, or run something to the right side and be conservative. Looks like they're going to try to go down the field with a pass, which they do. They're going to try to, looks like throw a little button hook on it. I think they're setting up for it, but
halftime.
The clock hits 00. And so at the end of one half of football, the Fairview High School Yellow Jackets take control of the visiting Marshall County Tigers, leading at the half 21-12. Tim, that was a interesting but exciting first half of football here from the Fairview High School field.
We've seen what Marshall County's plan is. They're going to try to run ball control, march the ball down the field, and get scores because they're trying to keep the ball away from this Fairview offense because they're so explosive. That's what their game plan is, and that's how they play ball. Fairview's defense has got to stop that offense, and if they do that, I think we're just going to walk out of here with a nice, easy W.
Well, none of them's easy, but we'll certainly take anything that has a higher number on the left column than the right column, and definitely tonight the Yellow Jackets have been, I'm going to say, fortunate on 2 long plays that Devin Penner has been able to take to the house. They're probably down icing him down right now so that he doesn't have cramps in the second half. But definitely, Tim, look forward to the second half, and and we're going to get us a fan of the game here sometime, and we'll interview them and get that process rolling.
Well, I think they're all easy from up here. When Fairview looks like this, it looks awful easy to me.
Well, it wasn't debating, I promise you that. It just, I just don't want, if the other team are watching this, or the coaches watch this, that we think that all of it's easy, We know how hard they work on it, and I know when I play golf and shoot 115 that it looks easy, but it really ain't that easy to shoot 115.
That's a good day for me.
We'll be back here soon for not only interview, but the second half call of the football game. Talk to you soon.
Start breaking your headset, Mr. King.
All righty, Tim, we're about ready here to start the second half, and kind of a recap in the first half. Fairview takes the 14-0 lead, has the 17-0 lead, goes for a fourth down conversion, fourth and about 17, throws the interception, and Jaworski makes one heck of a hustle play to get the guy out of bounds for Marshall County, gets him out of bounds so that we end up having a chance to stop them. We get them on a, I think it was second and goal opportunity. They had their eye-bone formation in play, and they handed it off to their back. We pop them good. Ball pops in the air. Penner takes it the distance, 95 yards for a touchdown. So instead of going 7-7, we go 14-0 at that point. Then they come back and score 12 straight points on us and cut it 14-12. So now we're sitting here thinking, oh no, this game is turned around, and they kick off to us with 40 seconds left here in the first half of the football game. And Penner, the man that you called before the game and said he was going to have a couple of big runs, I think you really meant from scrimmage, but big runs are big runs. Even if you're on the track, running around the track, big runs are big runs, especially when they count for 6. He takes it the distance, and those were two of the big turning points in the game.
And Marshall County had fought, and as you alluded to during the first half, it looked like the momentum was starting to change and they were starting to get a little confidence. They come down the field and they score before Penner does his magic on that long run and gives us the lead. And that just has to hit you mentally for the Marshall County team. Now, it'll be interesting to see what they do on their first offensive series.
Now, coming into the second half, we have learned, which we know that this game will be replayed and all the updates will be out at the time that this game is being seen. But definitely in the second half, Fairview will be out without the services of Ethan Cassidy, who was injured in the first half. And we'll definitely, by the time this goes to air, everyone will know what his status is.
Yeah, he took a hit, and it looked as if he was limping, but then they told us he was out, and he won't be back for the second half.
So I guess going over a couple of things that we had kind of pregame to talk about. We going into this game, Division I Class AA, Fairview was tied for the 8th spot in what's called the Strength Plus Success Column rankings, which combines the opponent's win percentage from the left with the team's own win percentage. That takes that team's performance better against other opponents that perform better, that ultimately rank higher. I'm not sure what all that really means, other than we're ranked number 8 currently in Class AA. Copied and pasted that right onto the sheet, and I'm not sure, again, after reading it 3 times in the office and then reading it here, I'm not sure I gather what that really is, but that's still pretty good when you see on the same sheet that you've got Alcoa and teams like Obion County and others right above you. But Fairview looking to try to move to 2-0 in District 12 AA here as we're ready to start the second half.
Kevin, I think that means if you beat good teams, you'll be ranked higher.
I think so. some first half stats given to us courtesy of Miss Stacy Hare, and we really appreciate her providing this information to us. Daniel Raines had 12 attempts for 36 yards and 2 touchdowns rushing in the first half. Ethan Cassidy had 6 attempts for 35 yards, and on the kickoff here, it goes to the 20-yard line, and they call for a fair catch on somewhat of a pooch kick instead of going deep with it. In addition, you've got Devin Penner with 1 carry for -5 yards. I think Daniel had 1 touchdown in the first half, maybe not a couple, but he had at least 1 touchdown. Bobby Bach had 2 carries for 12 yards, passing at 2 of 6 with 1 interception. That interception actually came on a fake punt, but 20 yards with a long of 14. Alex Gershon with that catch for the 14 yards. And Devin Penner with a 95-yard fumble recovery return and also a 75-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in the first half. Yellow Jackets come out on defense. First play from the line of scrimmage for Marshall County goes for a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. Tim, did you see any stats or anything in the first half that stand out to you? I'll give you a chance to look over the stats here as we get going. It actually is a pickup of about 7, so it's going to be 2nd down and 3 yards to go for Marshall County.
The stat that jumps out at me the most, and not so much for me now from watching the game, is Daniel hasn't been able to get out and get untracked other than that first series when he ran those 3 to the left, to the left, to the left plays. Marshall County has kind of adjusted, and they've decided that they're not going to let Daniel beat them tonight. They're going to make other players step up, and with this Fairview team with the weapons we have, that's what's occurred.
Quick toss out to the right side that time from the quarterback, Carter. I couldn't see the receiver in play, but goes out just short of the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1.5 yards to go. They stay in shotgun formation, and they've been handing off to the right side, which they're going to do again, and it's going to be diving across the line of scrimmage, and they're stopping the clock where they are going to give them a first down for the Tigers. So the Tigers come right out with their first possession here. Again, they could have really kept the momentum had they kept the Yellow Jackets out of the end zone on that long kickoff return that went for a touchdown.
Yeah, we're getting some tough sledding for them, and they're coming out this second half. You can see what they're wanting, ball control offense.
8 and 7 split out to the left side, Telechowski and Perryman. This pass goes out to Perryman real quick to the 40-yard line, and we got a flag on the play. Brought down after a quick hitter to Perryman.
That's a late flag.
Telechowski, that is. Ball on the 40-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. And they're moving it against the Yellow Jackets, so it's going to be...
It's a nasty. I haven't seen the call. Have you, Kevin?
It looked like it was...
personal foul? So that's 15. That's a 15.
They marked off 15 yards. It was either... I'm not sure what it was. It was a 15-yard penalty, that's for sure, as it moves it across into the Yellow Jacket territory to the 45-yard line, where the Tigers stay on the move. First down and 10 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation again. Reyes back there with his quarterback going down the field to the right side. Covered well this time, going up over the top of the Yellow Jacket defender, trying to make a play. Goes incomplete as number 23. A little jawing going on there between the offensive and defensive player. But on that particular play, Raines stays his ground and pass goes incomplete.
Was that Raines or was that Alex Sewell? I can't see the number across the field.
I couldn't tell. It looked like 9, Tim, from my angle, so I went with that, and it could be definitely corrected whenever the parents watch this. So, again, some angles we have with Brickle blocks and or different shields. Back to almost sack the quarterback and not able to get the quarterback down, but make the adjustment on the play. This time definitely was number 53 on the play. Number 53 on the play for the Yellow Jackets is Terrence Taylor. Taylor that time made all the adjustments on the play.
Kevin, we've got a visitor with us in the press box we're going to be talking to. This is the fan of the game, and your name?
Randa.
Hi, Randa. That's Kevin Anderson over there. I'm Tim French. We're part of the media team. We're glad to have you up here with us.
So, hey, Randa, so what have you liked most about this game tonight? You look like you're all decked out for it.
I love cheerleading and cheering for my brother.
Who is your brother?
Jacob Herndon.
Jacob Herndon. Well, all righty.
What's
Looks
his
like
number?
number 63.
Number 63.
I see it. Look here on their cheek. Turn around. There it is. I had the angle on that. So say hi to Mr. Bob out there. Got a punt on the play. Going to be down this time inside the 10 with the Yellow Jackets are going to take over first down and 10 at about the 7-yard line.
What's the best play you've seen tonight?
No clue tonight.
No clue.
But you've been out there screaming and hollering and just being a good cheerleader for not only your brother but for the whole Yellow Jacket team tonight, right?
What do you want to say to this Fairview Yellow Jacket football team?
Let's win.
Let's win. We like that. There you go. Thanks for coming and joining us. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. See you later. So with 9:21 left, the Yellow Jackets take over for their first opportunity on the second half. Bach in motion, gets the handoff as he goes in motion, gets across the 10-yard line out to about the 12-yard line.
Got to hanky down.
And we do have Hanky on the field.
I'm still on tight. I'm on about to get over there in the Yellow Jackets.
The illegal procedure against the Jackets.
So the Jackets, with their fourth penalty of the night, 3 of those have been defensively before this one, moves the ball back. It's going to be inside the 5-yard line. So this puts the Yellow Jackets in tough sledding position here. It's going to be, with half the distance, it's going to be about first down and 14 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. They go back this time, it looks like, in shotgun formation. Bach in motion. This time Raines hits the left side of the line, has an opening, breaks out past 1, breaks out past 2, gets out past the first down marker, gets the 15 he needs. First down, Yellow Jackets past the 20-yard line. The Yellow Jackets on the move.
That's what I was looking to see. That's what I was talking about. We didn't see much of that the first half after that first touchdown series for the Yellow Jackets.
Officially, Tim, in the first half, stats thrown at us here. Fumble return for Penner was for 89 yards, and the kickoff return was officially, after the handoff back to him, was for 94 yards. So in return yards tonight, when you add those two together, that gives you 183 yards of return yardage.
That's a good night.
That is a pretty darn good night for anybody.
And we got a half to go.
That's Percy Harvin level numbers when he was at Florida last year when they won the national championship. Second down and 11 for the Yellow Jackets after the loss of 1 on the play. Bach in motion, gets the handoff, tries to get outside, but unfortunately Marshall County breaks through the seam and they meet him in the backfield, and they meet him going east and west. And anytime you're met, as you know in football, going east and west, that's not a good thing.
No, and Fairview is going south, you know, from a north and south perspective.
Third down, 16 yards to go, Yellow Jackets. They're going to stay in the shotgun formation. And with Cassidy out, Penner is taking his spot back there in the backfield.
Hope they go to Gershon.
Going the ball down the field. They've got
Bobby Bach
open, and Bach gets tackled from behind. Almost looked like a face mask, but there was just a higher tackle on the play. Gets out past the original line of scrimmage, out to the 21-yard line, 26-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down at about 7, which typically on this spot on the field is going to be a punting formation, and it's going to bring up Tyler Emler. Tyler's last punt was not something that he would want to write home about, but he was trying to kick the ball away and then And as we've seen on wet fields, the ball kind of gets away from you, but I guarantee you one thing, this young man has a leg on him, and if he gets the ball rotating in that spiral formation, if that young man on the Tiger team stands at the 40-yard line, all he's going to be doing is seeing a jet fly over his head.
Yeah, I think they're just going to tell Tyler, kick it deep. Kick it deep, and if you want to kick it a little bit to the right and deep, that's fine. We're not going to try to do the positional kicks. You've got a good enough leg to give us good field position. 4th
down play upcoming. Before that happens, there's a timeout on the field. And let's give, again, Tim, as we try to do throughout the night, and we encourage the fans, if you're watching this telecast either on Channel 3, Williamson County Channel 3, or the Fairview Channel 19, or if you're picking up Charter or AT&T in Williamson County, you're picking it up on either Channel 96 or 99, respectively. But bringing this broadcast to you is Johnny Parker, Martin Binkley, Jody Wilson, and Kelly Moore. And producer of this broadcast is Bob King, who works his tail off to work with these young folks and gets everything in order and brings you a great broadcast. On the coaches' tape, Michon Ramey puts that together for the coaches after the broadcast is filmed. Good kick out to the 40-yard line is caught and is brought down by a swarm of Yellow Jackets. And Tim, the last ones listed on here is you and I, which we call each other's name all night long, Kevin and Tim, back and forth, and that'd be Kevin Anderson and Tim French, and we just have a great time doing it. I have to say, I just really blessed to have the opportunity.
I can't say enough about how much I enjoy this, but Bob King not only works very, very hard getting all this ready for us. Over the years, he's worked very hard, and I will say this, he has made me better at what I do, just talking to him and listening to him talk about the game and what he says about how we're sounding and things like that. I really thank him for that.
Shotgun formation coming out here from Marshall County. Same quarterback. They're trying to go to the right side of the line. So at halftime, the defensive coaching staff said, you know what, you may beat us a few times on the defensive side of the football, but you're not going to beat us very often over there this second half. 2nd down, and it's going to be a pickup of really nothing. So 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Tigers. One other thing, too, that Bob did is I know when we started this gig of calling the games, getting them on TV several years ago, we started at the very, very top of the I guess the press box. So we had a lot of things going on here. Going to rush the quarterback, hit late. Ball gets down the field, and it's almost intercepted by Alex Gertrude. Alex goes up for the ball, but as the quarterback for Marshall County, and that is Trevor Carter, was about to release the football, he was rushed and almost brought down for a sack.
Yeah, they had a man breaking open deep, but the good news for the Jackets was we had pressure on him, and he just couldn't hold the ball. Was that number 88?
Cooper Stevenson was absolutely on his tail that time, Tim, and almost got there before the ball was released. Almost gave the opportunity for Alex to intercept that ball, and with Alex's ability, he would have taken that the distance. Ball goes out, this time almost picked up by Alex again, so it's going to bring up 4th down and just inside 10 yards to go. Ball spotted it's still on Marshall County side of the football field at about the 42-yard line, so it's an interesting call for Marshall County. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to kick the ball away, which I'd say only down by 9 at this point, 5:50 left here in the 3rd quarter. I would say they're going to probably kick this ball away and do their darndest to try to pin the Yellow Jackets back. Good snap back, kick away, no block this time. Devin Penner gets the snap, gets the return, gets a couple of blocks, gets down the sidelines. Could we have a 3rd return? He gets inside the 50, inside the 45, down at about the 42-yard line. Devin Penner has just gone over 200 yards worth of returns on the evening, Tim.
No outside contained from Marshall County. Devin makes a miss, and then he scampers.
Yeah, he picked up the ball at about the 30-yard line and gets the ball to the 42-yard line. So that's
they probably should have gone for it.
28-yard return on the play by Penner that time.
He took it back to about the original line of scrimmage.
He might as well just went ahead and gave it to us on downs right there. Took a knee.
I am on the ball too, Mr. King. And I am on tight.
So Yellow Jackets come to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. First down 10. Bach comes across. Pinner in the backfield with Raines. Raines takes the right side, has a little bit of room, but not much. Gets the ball inside the 40, down to about the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of about 3. Second down, 7 yards to go. Yellow Jackets.
He had a big one land on him that time, Kevin. That was number 72 for Marshall County, Tay Wilson. He's had some extra biscuits in his life. He's a big one out there.
Yeah, I think on the way over, he must have stopped at one of those little biscuit markets and put a little extra in his belly. So, shotgun formation again, Yellow Jackets. Snap back. And this snap back again has kind of haunted the Yellow Jackets tonight. We've had a couple of times the ball has come back. Most of the time it's perfect. And unfortunately, like in the service industry in a business, you don't get called all the time and said how great your service is. You get called out sometimes when the snap is bad or something, and we don't really mean to do that because these guys on the line, they do an excellent job. And, you're talking about Leach, and you're talking about Chap Delane on the line of scrimmage, and also Cody McNeil up on the line of scrimmage blocking, and a few of the other guys. Stephen Ray out there at this point. This ball going back. You got the house coming after the ball going down the field, trying to get it to Pinner on a quick screen. They let the farm come, and they just couldn't get it. Couldn't get it to the back out of the backfield, which he definitely had a lot of room open.
If he did, Marshall County came with a blitz, and Fairview had numbers. If they complete that pass, I think we're ringing 6. On that previous play, they blitzed and turned Daniel back into the lineman. That's why he didn't get much yardage.
Ball at the 41-yard line, 4th down, 9 yards to go. Yellow Jackets have been notorious this year for going for it on 4th down and 9. This time the Yellow Jackets looks like they're going to try to pin Marshall County down deep. This is angling toward the end zone, and let's hope it stops short of, and it does. It stops at about the 1-yard line, the 1-foot line, and that equals a 40-yard punt. 40-yard punt that time by your number 85, and that is Tyler Emler. That was a perfect kick, Tim. You can't do any better than that in any level of football.
No, he put it right there. Kicked it as far as you can without going into the end zone.
Ball on the one, I'm going to say almost the 1-foot line.
Looking at that marker.
So Yellow Jackets bring their defense out. And right here, if they can make a good stand, you never know, safety may be in effect. They hand off to the second man through the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be close. It's going to be a gain of 1, if anything, on the play. Second down, 9 yards to go for Marshall County Tigers. Tim, I think he may have just got nudged back across the big G there.
Yeah, look. I didn't see much movement on our line. It looked like we just pushed them backwards.
I think so. Second down, no gain on the play. 10 yards to go for Marshall County Tigers.
Fairview just jamming that line of scrimmage.
This time handoff to the first guy through, and he's getting pushed and pushed and pushed from both ends. So he's basically getting pancaked. He's going to get 1 yard on the play, so it's going to be 3rd down and 9 yards to go. And we know there's only 10 yards from the goal line to the back of the end zone, and you typically need about 12 to 13 on a snapped punt for a punt. So right now they're at very tedious territory on getting a good punt back to keep it from getting, the opportunity of blocked.
Yeah, they're not getting any movement at all, and the quarterback's not going to get the luxury of them thinking he's going to pass and kind of hold back.
Ball on the 2-yard line. There's a flag on the play, and it looks like it could be either delay a game or movement. It's offsides defense. which is not exactly what the coaching staff of Fairview wants to happen.
That opens up the playbook a little bit, Kevin. Now the coach might not be afraid to throw a little pass.
3rd down, 4 yards to go. Now the ball's spotted outside the 5-yard line. Snap back, quick toss, hits the ground.
One hopper.
It definitely was a shortstop type of play where you try to get the glove down and pick it up on the one hop, but that doesn't work well in football if you're a wide receiver. 4th down, 4 yards to go in the worst of territory because the ball is on the 6-yard line. So that brings up a punting formation, you would think.
And that play was defended pretty well by the Yellow Jackets. I think that's why the quarterback, he went to throw it, and he saw some Yellow Jackets there, and I think he overthrew it and threw it right into the dirt, which may have been a good thing because I think we had a chance to pick that one off.
Yellow Jackets need to stay home, and you know, right there, Marshall County did a great job of just getting the ball out and got a heck of a roll forward all the way out to the 46-yard line. So from the 6 to the 46, that ends up being a 40-yard punt by Marshall County. That's a when you're pinned down deep like that, that's the way to get out there is get your kicker to get you away from the goal line, and he did.
Yeah, that is about the best you can ask for from your punter in that kind of situation.
In the first half, Tim, we talked about the penalties. Fairview had 5 penalties in the first half for 24 yards. We punted the ball 3 times for a net of 71 yards, or excuse me, for a gross of 71 yards. This time, the Yellow Jackets turn the tables and they get Marshall County to jump off sides. So we pick up an extra 5 yards.
And as you can see, Marshall County is bringing linebackers on just about every play.
The one thing that the Yellow Jackets probably are not real happy about statistically is 2 of 7 in the passing game with 1 interception and only 20 yards to show for it. So they'll probably pick that up in the second half.
Well, that 1 interception was on a 4th down play.
It's still thrown by the quarterback.
That's right. But I'm gonna give that one to Coach Hughes. I think he owns that one.
That pass thrown out to Branch, and unfortunately Branch not able to haul that ball in. Branch heard the footsteps of big number 79 coming his way.
Yeah, he was trying to turn and run with it before he had it. You see that a lot. He turned the ball, and he was turning his head, looking upfield.
Yeah, Hunter heard the footsteps of Maddox that time.
It'd be hard not to.
Yeah, absolutely. I heard him coming. We're a lot further away than Hunter was. Under center this time goes the Yellow Jackets trying to pick up a quick 4 or 5 yards that they need for a first down.
It's going to be close. Depends on the spot. Nope.
It's definitely going to be 4th down and go for it territory, though, Tim.
Yep.
It wouldn't surprise me to see a real quick snap and another quarterback sneak, just like the one we saw. Get over the ball. First signal you hear, take it, go for it. They're going to hand off up the middle.
We got it.
First down, Yellow Jackets. They take the ball inside the 35-yard line. So instead of the quarterback sneak, they just turn and Daniel hands the ball off to Penner. And Penner gets into the positive rushing territory to go along with his 200-plus yards of return.
It's kind of like the old, that St. Louis guy, Terry Metcalf. His total yards, he'd have about 90 yards rushing, 180 yards returns, and another 60 yards receiving.
In motion this time, ball pitch back. Really nothing in play here. Going to have to make something happen. If he gets one more block, he's got some field open here. Trying to make something happen.
No.
And unfortunately, this time for the Yellow Jackets, Marshall County had that thing sniffed out from the get-go.
Great effort by Caleb Duke trying to make something happen. That was an awesome effort by him.
You know, Caleb that time definitely had the athletic ability. If he just would have had the seam to get outside,
he made a lot of people miss. When we watch this one back, I'll be able to count. I know he made at least 4 people missing.
Into the game this time is number 56 for the Yellow Jackets as well, and that's Mark Boland. Shotgun formation, second down and about 16 after the loss of 6 on the play. This could be a delay of game. If there is a delay of game with the hands crossed by the official. The official with a white hat looks up to the stands and says, delay a game. So we go from 2nd and 16 to 2nd and 21. Not exactly what you want to see when you took over at their 41-yard line to begin with.
Look at the Marshall County defense, Kevin, counting. There's only 3 people off the line of scrimmage.
They're stacking the line, definitely.
Now they're dropping back.
Looking down the field's got a receiver out there. That's
Penner.
Penner going down the left side. If he makes one more man miss, he could have a big gain. And so Penner on the play. Penner picks up about 12 on the play. It's going to be third down inside 10 yards. Third down, about 9 yards to go.
Had they brought all those people, Penner would have waltzed in the end zone. They fell back into coverage, and that gave him at least a shot to make the tackle.
That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. And Tim, with no scores happening in the third quarter, there was definitely plenty of action going left and right. So at the end of 3 quarters here from Fairview, Tennessee, Fairview High School Yellow Jackets hold the lead at 21 with a visiting Marshall County Tigers at 12.
The benefit that gives the Yellow Jackets, Marshall County, they're a methodical team. I don't see them as breaking a big one. Do you, Kevin? They're not that kind of team like the 60, 70-yard play. They're a methodical 5, 10 yards chewed up. Fairview is the big play team. Coming into this fourth quarter, I just don't see Marshall County having enough time, and our defense playing like it is. I don't see them having enough time to get 2 scores.
You know, they haven't so far. They definitely, in the backfield, they've shown the propensity to be able to break some big plays with Reyes back there. And if the Yellow Jackets can stay tight on the left side of their defense, then I don't think that'll happen. But one thing that we have noticed with the Marshall County team is they're not afraid to throw it deep. And definitely their quarterback has been able to get a good arm on the ball. And Carter throwing a good spiral when he throws the football down the field.
And this half, we are doing some good, getting pressure on him, kind of keeping him off his game. So that's kind of helping us out. But if Fairview can play ball the way the way we know they can control this ball, I think we're in good shape.
So the Yellow Jackets come up, third down, 9 yards to go. Ball spotted inside Marshall County territory, going down the field. Got a receiver out there. Catch is made. Makes one man miss. Makes a second man come up and make the play. But that play's not made until after we see what, Tim? The Yellow Jacket first down at about the 20-yard line.
Alex Gershon. Daniel Raines, Alex Gershon. We've said that a lot this year.
So we talked about those numbers of 2 of 7. We've already seen 2 for 2 happen right after we make those calls.
And another thing, this half, the quarterback from Marshall County hasn't been nearly as sharp as he was the first half.
We've seen on a couple of plays, the Yellow Jackets, they've sent a couple of guys at him. And, one play in particular, you had number 88, which was Cooper Stevenson. That was just right on his tail, right when he let go of the ball. It almost got picked off by Alex. And then the very next play, you also had Taylor that was coming in charging, that also made him rush the pass down the field. So he, like any quarterback, if you give him time, he's going to be better than he is if he doesn't have anything at all. And I think those adjustments made on the defense, Tim, and as you and I talked at halftime, those adjustments of getting pressure on him has been very, very key that we've seen so far.
Yeah, we're definitely getting him out of his comfort zone, and I think that's having a lot of the impact on him not being quite as sharp as he was the first half.
In the first half, Reyes, matter of fact, rushing the ball was 13 for 76 yards, and he had a couple of those touchdowns that we saw for Marshall County. And throwing the ball, Carter was 4 of 8 for 48 yards with the long of 16 yards in the first half. And, definitely his target has been Tadajowski. He had 3 of those receptions for 36 yards. That was his main target in the first half.
Yeah, and, Fairview, right now, Fairview's on the march once again, so good news for the Yellow Jackets.
First down 10, Yellow Jackets, snap back, looking out to his left side, doesn't see anything, but he sees a gap. Gets one good block, gets outside that, gets outside of another, ends up being brought down but he takes something from nothing, as you like to say, because he was looking at about a 7 or 8 yard sack and turns that into a 2-yard gain. So 2 yards doesn't look like much, but when you do the math on it, it was about a 10-yard differential on opportunity.
And he ran about 30 yards to get that, too.
Yes, he did. Looks like we have a stop in play here. You know, we was talking earlier, Tim, about Bob and some of the things that he's done. I also like to point out, when we started doing this thing and we was at the top of the press box, we had a lapel mic that was a wireless lapel mic that would hook in, and I remember having to always take a piece of cardboard with me, depending on which way the wind was blowing, to make sure the wind wouldn't get into the lapel mic. Well, also we'd have to make sure, they'd have to remind me to turn the lapel mic on or off, and again make sure that the cover of the lapel mic, I didn't lose it continuously. But coming into this year, since we've been pretty much taking over, or that we've been using the second floor of the facility here in the press box, they built out some really nice opportunity for us to have a nice seating area. Also, in addition to that, they've got a nice workstation for their camera units and also for their other units. So it's been a real good opportunity to see that the production team, along with the support from the school, has been tremendous to get all this put together and make the production team better and better. In motion this time with a great block on the outside that time. Yellow Jackets get down almost to the 15-yard line. It's not going to be a first down, but it's going to be a good play. But it was a heck of a block on the play, that's for sure. And I think that block, Tim, if I read correctly, was thrown by number 54.
Yes, 54 for the Yellow Jackets. That's who I was seeing, and that's Ben Brooks. Anthony Turner. Ben
Brooks is who it was that threw that block.
54.
Your eyes were correct. Shotgun formation, Daniel Raines back. 3rd down 5. In motion is Penner. Going back, looking out there to get it to Penner on the move. Penner gets out, tries to dive for the first down. And they're going to mark where his knee went down, so it's going to be 4th down and short for the Yellow Jackets. 4th down and about 2 yards to go.
When he went down, that looked awkward. I was worried he was going to come up hobbling. And I'm glad to see him walking back to the huddle. You know, Kevin, you made a good point. You know, over the years, we've made continual improvements. And Bob King, you know, he got some commitments from the school, and he went up there and he built out some really good room for us, and he's put a pretty good thing together. Tonight, we're a little off our game. We're down on the 1st floor. But as usual, Bob King has made it work. He's given us the great equipment, and we're able to come down here and do our jobs. I look forward to getting back into our old haunts on the 2nd floor.
Absolutely. Timeout, Marshall County Tigers. But as you say, a lot of times when we travel and go to the opposing teams' fields, we've seen it already this year on our 2 games at East Robertson and East Hickman. As accommodating as each of those schools have been, we typically get stuck in whatever corner they have available. And it's always good to come home and have your home cooking for sitting down with your chairs where you're used to them being, and seeing the game from the angle that you're used to. And but definitely. But the point I was trying to make on that wasn't trying to anything other than that, was that the commitment that's been made with the production staff and the things that they're looking at doing with the video streaming and getting it out there on the website and doing some upgrades on that to make it even easier for the Fairview High School Yellow Jacket fans to watch the game back and follow not only their family members that are on the team, but to follow their school. And that's what this is all about, and that's why you and I do this, is because a lot of people may or may not know is that if there was no voiceover doing these games, Channel 3, Channel 19 wouldn't allow the games to be shown. That's part of the deal between Channel 3 and Fairview High School, and not only us, but other schools. Independence High School, they don't have their football games shown because they don't have play-by-play.
Right, and I agree with you. I look forward to getting back on the 2nd floor.
Fairview going
it's a
for it
better
here, Tim.
process there. Uh-oh, here we go.
Going for it and getting the ball down the field. Got the receiver out there, and it's caught. It goes through the defensive man's hand. goes from interception to reception. First down, Yellow Jackets. That takes concentration, which Alex Gershon did that time. That pass wasn't where it was intended, but Gershon.
That pass
stayed
was intercepted, and he took it from him. He took it right out of his hands.
Alex did exactly what he's supposed to do. He absolutely concentrated and stayed on target, on spot, got the ball down inside, first and goal from the 2-yard line.
Defensive back made the error that you just cannot do. It's cardinal rule. You run through the ball. You don't wait on it.
Jaworski in the backfield, but Jaworski says, I think I'm going to watch my teammate, number 9, Daniel Raines, sneak the ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. 27-12. They take a bigger lead.
Great play by Alex Gershon. You know, that goes down as a touchdown pass for Daniel Raines, but that was an interception theft by Alex Gershon that set that up.
That is the 10th touchdown on the year by number 9, Daniel Raines.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you what, that was made available by the concentration and the effort by Gershon on that play. So Raines needs to be high-fiving and showing his buddy some love when they come to the sideline.
Should be buying him lunch. Buying him lunch come Monday.
Should be buying him lunch. He should be feeding him and everything else on that one. That kick is up and through. The ball set down, held by Gershon. Ball kicked up and through by Caleb Duke. Good height, good rotation. Bobbleheads say yes, it's good. 28-12, 9:30 left here in this football game.
That was exciting. I love that play by Gershon. That defensive back thought he had it, and Gershon said, here, let me take that from you.
You know, the crazy thing is, as a defensive back right there, you're taught, knock the ball down. It's 4th down. We don't need it where you catch it at. We need the ball. So all he had to do was knock it down. He tried to catch it, and Alex, basically exactly as you said, just took the ball away and did his thing. Took it away and then duped him. Went down to the 2-yard line and made the next play possible for a sneak into the end zone. Touchdown Yellow Jackets, as we called.
You know, and I would have liked to have seen him put Gershon in the backfield and hand it to him. After a play like that, let him score.
He absolutely earned it. And, you know, in this game right here, Penner definitely has had 2 long runs, but he's also had some friends out there to help him get those. Daniel Raines has had a couple of touchdowns, but he's had some friends out there to help him get it. Kick away this time.
That's why they call it football team.
Good long high kick. Ball brought down at about the 7-yard line. Straight away. He's got some open field. He's going to be finally brought down by the next to the last man possible, and that's number 19, or number, 13, coming off the field by the Yellow Jackets. Sorry about that. Luke Jordan absolutely saved what could have been a 90-something yard touchdown return right there, Tim.
He was dipping and duping and just breaking tackles, and I thought he was going to slip right through. And that's not something we would have seen. Good tackle, good save.
He caught it at the 7 and brought the ball all the way out to midfield, or almost to midfield, to the 48-yard line. Back to throw, getting some pressure, gets the ball down the field, and it's dropped. Again, that's the footstep drop.
You hit them hard enough, often enough, they start to hear you coming before you get there.
That ball was intended for number 6, Jordan Anderson. You know, Andersons are supposed to be dropping the ball, but in this case, you know, we'll take that.
That's the Marshall County Andersons.
That's true. That's true. Good rush again put on, this time pass down the field to Anderson again. He holds on to it, gets the first down inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. It's going to be a big pickup on the play from the 48-yard line down to the 37. Pickup of good pickup on the play of 15 yards. 15-yard pass play from Carter to Anderson. Shotgun formation. They're in a little bit more of a rush mode this time. Get the ball down the field, and a big break on it that time by Daniel Raines. And had that ball not been high, that ball would have been 6.
Quarterback locked onto the receiver. Being a quarterback himself, Daniel Raines was all over it.
That ball was intended for number 23, and that's Broderick Tiered for Marshall County. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. This game seems to have picked up in action. Marshall County feels a little bit of necessity to rush things at this point, down by 16 to the homestanding Fairview High School Yellow Jackets.
Well said. They're trying to pick up the pace, and look at that quarterback. He doesn't set his feet. He doesn't rotate his hips. Throws a bad pass.
He's getting some drops too, but he's not putting it where normally they're used to catching it.
That pass there was a good example. His shoulders weren't square. He didn't set his feet.
Carter back there in the backfield with Reyes back there with him. The Yellow Jackets again make a break on it. That time it almost goes for a pick six by almost Caleb Duke, number 6, almost took it for a pick six.
But if Caleb catches it, I guarantee you there's no one going to catch that young man. Except maybe Jaworski, but he's on our team.
That's true. 4th down 10, Marshall County going for it. Down 16, 4th quarter, 8:44 left. Back to throw the ball, Carter. Carter gets the ball down the field, has a receiver.
Oh, yeah. They got interference.
That is going to be an interference call against the Yellow Jackets. Ball was overthrown, had no chance of catching it, but the Yellow Jackets were just a tad bit aggressive on the play, and it's going to give Marshall County the life they wanted on that 4th and 10 play.
Pass interference against the Yellow Jackets.
Oh.
Step off of 15 yards is going to move it all the way down to the 23-yard line, where they're going to have it 1st down and 10 yards to go. Just inside the 23-yard line, officially the 22. 1st down 10. 8:39 showing on the game clock here in the 4th quarter. Carter being rushed, and he fakes it, throws it, or he tries to throw it, rather. He does the pump fake, and then what does he, Tim? He goes down for a Fairview sack.
He stepped away from the first one, but that relentless pass rush of the Jackets, they got him.
That's one of those Ben Roethlisberger, I think I'm going to pump fake it and try to get you to move off of the ball a little bit, and he did, but he had friends behind him, and he got down for the sack. A loss on the play of about 11. It's going to be 2nd and 21. Carter back to throw deep down the field. He's got a receiver down there, but the Yellow Jackets go up, and through the Yellow Jackets' hands this time, it's caught on reverse order. Marshall County gets the ball 1st down and 10 inside the 10-yard line, so it's 1st and goal.
I thought we had
Ball
that one picked off.
Yeah, ball spotted at about the 3-yard line, so we've had 3 opportunities to pick the ball off on this drive. Not been able to do so. This one goes through our hands into theirs. 1st down Marshall County at the 3. So this game with 7:54 left definitely is not over. As soon as they put the ball back in play, they'll wind the clock. 7:54 starts climbing down now. They stay in shotgun formation with Reyes in the backfield. The handoff, he's hit early. He doesn't get into the end zone, but he picks up about a yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Wonderful to see that eyeball.
And so the Tigers, instead of trying to run another play before thinking about it themselves, they go to the sidelines and say, hey, let's get the coaches' involvement on this. 7:37 left. Big play here. Down 16. Need 2 scores plus 2 two-point conversions to tie this football game up. Yellow Jacket defense has played strong. That was just, again, we gave credits to Gertchen on that side, on our side. A good concentration by their receiver as well.
Good play, good play. I think it was a missed time on the jump. It looked like he was there, and he just didn't time it well. But you have to give credit where, like you say, credit is due. The receiver hung in there and made the catch.
Big Cody McNeil coming back onto the field here on defense. Going to try to clog up some of that space on the line of scrimmage.
He's our refrigerator Perry. He's going to go out there and jam up 2 gaps.
You're not talking like mini refrige, right? You're talking like a real refrigerator.
Yeah, I like Refrigerator Perry for the Bears. Back in the day.
And if we get to the stat sheet, exactly, Cody goes 6'2", 409 on the stat sheet. I think Cody actually has dropped a few of those LBs, but he's still in the 330, 340 range, per my understanding. I-bone formation this time. Don't even try to hand it off. They sneak it over the line of scrimmage into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So the Tigers, one big pass play after being in a 2nd and 21 position. They throw it down the field on the left side over the defense of the Yellow Jackets. First down, then they take it 2 plays later into the end zone touchdown to move it to 28-18. So they've moved it to within 10 points. Now Marshall County has no choice. If they want a chance to win this football game, they're going to have to go for 2 here to try to get back within a touchdown and another 2-point conversion opportunity. They go back into a shotgun formation. Carter gets the snap, Rose to his left, throws the ball into the end zone. It's knocked down by the Yellow Jackets. So the Yellow Jackets come up with a huge 2-point block conversion to keep a 10-point deficit for the Tigers.
It's a 2-score game. You know, were you a little surprised by that? I thought they would go back to that I-bone.
I thought they would too.
Point. They've had a lot of success with it. But when I saw them come back in the shotgun, I was like, that's a good formation for us because we've been getting pressure on them. And they
I'm looking at the other team. I'm going to focus on their two areas. Be on their team.
Backed up again on a quarterback sack. They throw the ball down the left side of the field through the hands of a defensive player by the Yellow Jackets. Concentration again comes into play for one of these high school players. This time it happens to be the opposing player. But again, kudos to these young men out here on the field. Doesn't matter which side they're on. Made a good play.
And, you know, Kevin, all of the whole game.
They try an onside kick, pretty easy onside kick for the Yellow Jackets to take and fall on at the 49-yard line, where they're going to take over first down and 10. And number 13 for Marshall County, basically, I don't know if you can call it any easier way to have a onside kick presented to you.
Yeah, that was like a 2-hopper chest high.
That was like teaching your kid how to catch a ball and you just roll it to him.
Yeah,
that was Taylor.
Worked out well for our Yellow Jackets.
Taylor Gumbanar, as we're going to pronounce that. I don't have any clue, but we're going to call it Gumbanar. Range rolls out to his left side, looks down the field, doesn't have anything open, so he's going to try to follow behind his blocks and get across midfield, which he does, into Marshall County territory, where he picks up about 2 on the play. Second down, 8 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Now the Yellow Jackets, Tim, is looking at doing 2 things. Sustaining a drive, number 1, and the second thing is running that clock.
First downs. That's what we're after, moving the chains. When you move the chains, the clock moves forward.
Second down, 8. Yellow Jackets at the 49-yard line in Marshall County Tiger territory. In motion is Penner. Penner gets it, tries to cut up the middle, doesn't have anything, tries to cut it back outside, gets it for a 1-yard loss on the play back to the close to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be third down and a long 9 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Ball at midfield.
Cody Henson, good play for Marshall County. Gets Devin before he gets a chance to turn the corner.
6 minutes, 20 seconds and counting down, and the Yellow Jackets definitely going to use as much clock as they can before they run each play with a 10-point lead. As you mentioned earlier, appropriately, it's a 2-possession game, so Marshall County has to get the ball on offense at least 2 more times. Pass down the field, you've got Gershon, the sure-handed Gershon gets the pass, makes one man miss, makes a second man miss. He's going to be about a half a yard short, Tim, from my angle. You may have a better angle at it than I do, but I think he's about a half a yard short for the first down.
I'll know when they move it to the hash.
It's going to be close. It was a definitely good pass, good catch.
Yeah, it's going to be, yeah, it's a half yard short. If he was going to, depending on which side, how close he got it to that 41-yard line.
So the Yellow Jackets, I think they're going to probably try to come up and do a quarterback sneak or try to get this first down to try to sustain that drive with a 10-point lead, try to get this game run out. And what they did is something even better. They didn't even have to snap the ball. They did a quick count, a hard count, and they brought Marshall County across the line for an offsides. 5 yards, easy way. Marshall County coach has got to be livid on the sidelines right now.
Well, you know he is. When they dropped Daniel back, I knew that's what he was going to do. Because every other time in short play, he's got Daniel up on the line and we hit it.
Ball spotted at the 36.5-yard line. Homesteading Yellow Jackets with 5:30 left in the game, up by 10. Shotgun formation. Is that Jaworski in the backfield this time with Raines?
I believe it is. I'm not sure until he turns. Yes.
Raines looks to his right.
Oh, hit
doesn't
hard.
see anything, and he's hit hard from behind and brought down.
Number 8.
Number 8, and also hit by number 20 as well. Get hit by both of them?
Yeah, 8 got him from behind, and 20 came up, got him.
So Perryman and Sharp both on the tackle that time on the pickup of 1. Under 5 minutes now left in the football game. The Yellow Jackets lead 10-0. Trying to move to 2-0 in District 12 AA. Looks like a double reverse this time, and they've got it set up. Bob trying to get outside. Not able to get completely outside, but he does the absolute smart thing. He stays in bounds, Tim, to keep the clock running. Even if you can't get anything, don't go out of bounds and stop the clock at this point.
Number 6 recovers to make the play for Marshall County.
Ball at the 36-yard line. In effect, a gain of about a half a yard on the play by the move of the football. Yellow Jackets have it now 3rd down and 9. Long 8, short 9. Under 4 minutes. Raines back to throw the football. He's got Pitter down there. Pitter catches the ball inbounds. Gets his foot down inbounds inside the 25, down on the 24-yard line. And that, Tim, is probably going to be the game because it's first down Yellow Jackets inside the 25. The clock will be able to continue moving forward. 28-18, homestanding Yellow Jackets doing what they're supposed to be doing against this Marshall County Tiger team at the end of the game. Driving, sustaining, first down when they need it. Run the ball when they have the opportunity. They get the pass down into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They surprise everybody. Instead of trying to just run the clock, they say, let's get 6. And they do. They go deep into the end zone, up over the top of everybody. Bobby Bach from Daniel Raines. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. 34-18 lead now.
We've seen 3 of those tonight. Defender thinks he's in good position to pick it off. Nope.
Well, one thing that we mentioned a while ago is that at halftime it was 2 of 7 with 1 interception. We said that was one stat that we're pretty sure that he wasn't going to be happy about. And again, one thing tonight, Tim, that we've seen is the point afters from Caleb Duke have been on the money. They have been not only solid, they've been high and long. That was a big play right there.
Yes, sir.
Going from 28-18, add 7 to it, 35-18, 17-point lead, Yellow Jackets. That pretty much puts it out of reach at this point. 3:41 left in the football game. Big call right there, gutsy call by the staff. Instead of trying to run clock, let's just get this game moved out there.
If
Love
I
the
was
call.
Don Meredith, I'd be saying, turn out the lights, party's over.
Yeah, I'd sing, but they would absolutely not allow the tape to hit air.
Yeah, Bob, make sure you edit that out. Just insert talking.
I don't think there's any edit for that. I think that's going to fall under the FCC warning code.
I may be getting some mail. Countywide disturbance.
Duke to kick off this time. And Duke last year on the kickoffs was definitely the pooch kick extraordinaire, and maybe exactly what the Yellow Jackets are thinking with the 17-point lead and 3:41 left in the ball game. They're lining up for that type of a kick, and that's the type of kick that we're seeing. Ball down at the 15-yard line, but this pooch kick is taken by Marshall County out to the 35-yard line or close to it.
Cheerleaders, we're wearing those cheerleaders out on these kicks.
35-yard line is where it's at. It's going to be first down 10 Marshall County. 3:34 left in this football game. And again, you know, kudos to everyone that helps out during these broadcasts. And, you know, our thanks to Stacy here for giving us the stats for the halftime. She went above and beyond the call of duty. She actually filled out a nice little sheet for us and gave us both team stats. And we really appreciate that. But also the students involved, Yanni Parker, Martin, Binkley, that are here for a lot of games. So you'll hear their names called a lot during the year. Pass down the field goes complete. It's complete, but not for nothing. There was a huge hit on the play by Imler after the pass was complete. But Yanni Parker and Martin Binkley do a lot for the production team. Jody Wilson, Kelly Moore. The coach's tape that's provided after the game is provided by Michon Ramey, and then Bob King produces this football game.
They moved. That should be on them. They moved.
We'll see what the white hat gentleman calls to the sideline. Hand in the air, offsides defense. 5 yards to them. First down 10, Marshall County.
In all fairness, we moved first.
Looks like they moved the chain more than 5 yards if my visual effect is accurate, if they move the football to where the actual chain is.
Yeah, that looked like
It
a
looks like a 6-yard penalty.
There we go.
There, okay, that's better. Not sure if everybody got that on the tape or the angle of the tape, but definitely looked like it was an 8-yard penalty for 5 yards there for a second. Back, Carter gets it, tries to get it down the field. He does. Receiver open. Receiver gets outside the Yellow Jacket containment, gets down the field inside the 30-yard line. It's going to be a big gain on the play. Clock stopped as he goes out of bounds at 3:09. 17-point deficit here, but as you would expect by any good coach team, Marshall County is not giving up. They're wanting to put as many points on the board as they can, working hard to get this ball down the field. Carter stays in the shotgun formation. Most of his receivers to the left side, one receiver to the right side. Looking left, being pursued by Stephen Ray. Gets the ball down the field. Knocked down this time by a pursuing defender as Stephen Ray pursues from the behind. It looked like
he was coming.
Caleb Duke was coming from the outside to knock the ball down. That was Caleb Duke on the defensive play to knock it down. Shotgun formation again, 2 receivers this time left, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver offset. Being rushed again back after Carter. Carter goes down the field. Ball is picked off this time. Yellow Jackets have it. It's Bobby Bach. Bach has the left sideline. He's got 1.
He's gone.
Man, too big. Penner, don't touch him. Let him get into the end zone. Touchdown. But I think we're going to have a block in the back against Penner.
Stephen Ray got into a. I don't know what was going on in the middle of the field, but there's a flag down.
We have 1, 2, 3. We have a bevy of hankies on the field. I think we have a block in the back against Penner right before Bobby Bach went into the end zone. It looked like Devin put his hands out there, although he may not have meant to touch the guy. Definitely Bach had the end zone to his own, all to himself. But I think we have a block in the back.
And we have something going on here.
Block in the back.
Stephen Ray
against the Yellow Jackets. And we also have a personal foul against the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, the personal foul was with Stephen.
Well, let's just hope it's not an ejection like it was earlier in the year, because we really need Stephen in the game. Great interception, though. The Yellow Jackets should maintain possession of the football after the interception, because both penalties should have been after the interception. So the possession of the football should stay with the Yellow Jackets with 2:44 left in the football game. And it will. So instead of Bobby Bach taking the ball the distance on the interception and going about 63 yards for the touchdown, it's going to be brought back to the 38-yard line where the Yellow Jackets have it first down and 10 with 2:44 left here in the football game. Timeout, Yellow Jackets.
You think we'll go into the victory formation?
Not yet.
Oh wait, I'm gonna get Coach Hughes going with this one. I'm not really watching our team right now. I'm watching Coach Hughes talk football. He's going like, you know. Yeah, I am. And this guy's like,
The timeout on the field here. Yellow Jackets talking about how we're going to get the last 2:44 off the clock and making sure that we don't have any additional penalties on the field. Coach Hughes having a pretty interesting discussion with the head official, because he knows that his player at midfield was called for a personal foul. It could have gone both ways, but did not. At the end of the day, the Yellow Jackets have the football, 17-point lead with 2:44 left on the clock, first down and 10. I think Coach Hughes just wanted some type of explanation so he could explain back to his team when they started looking at the tape and working on preparation for the next game. – 35-18 score. Tim, I think this night has turned out to be, from a aesthetically pleasing, temperature-wise, perfect for these players. But also, they've come out and executed their game plan pretty well. They've gotten a couple of breaks, but they've also made their breaks. Handoff to Penner going the right side. He's got a gap up the middle. Breaks one tackle, breaks two. Gets brought down by the third guy after he crosses into the 46-yard line territory, where he's brought down after a gain of 7 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and about 3. We're going to give him 8 on that carry, second down and 2. So good gain of 8 yards by Penner that time on the handoff. Quick handoff up the middle this time. Yellow Jackets looks like they're going to be close to or may have the first down. And if they do, they're going to be running the next play at first down 10 at the 49-yard line on the Jacket side of the field, but their next snap will not come until under 2 minutes left in this football game. So Tim, give me some observations of what you've seen tonight.
I saw Fairview come out and play the kind of football did the first 2 games. They executed. when Fairview's playing well, they're getting the corner. They're getting that edge. Their linemen are sealing and the receivers are getting downfield. I saw them playing confident football, and I saw them go out and shut down a powerful offensive team. This Marshall County team, they may have came in here 0-3, but they're a good ball team. They tackle well and they play well. Just a good all-around solid performance for the Yellow Jackets.
So the Yellow Jackets on first down, they pick up 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Now they are back into the Tiger territory. It seems like the Yellow Jackets, Tim, for whatever reason, has lived in Tiger territory tonight.
Yeah, the Jackets have controlled this ball game from a possession standpoint most of the game. I'm interested in seeing the overall stats. I think the stats are going to be a lot closer than you and I think. But once again, Fairview is a big play team, and they execute and they score from all over the field.
2nd down, 7 yards to go. Handoff, hit in the backfield. Well defended this time by Marshall County. And Marshall County may or may not choose to use a timeout. They may go ahead and just accept the fact that they're going to lose this game 35-18. Ball marked at midfield. 40 seconds left in the game. Ball. Play clock put into motion. So there's going to be one more play, or I guess 2 more snaps that have to be made, maybe 1 more.
No, just 1. He can take a knee, come back up, ball game's over.
Handoff this time to the left side, gets across midfield, and that's going to be the last play of the football game. It's going to be 4th down, but it's going to be it. The Yellow Jackets, Tim, have done exactly what they needed to do. They've come out, taken care of business, and they have brought home the left column advantage. That's called the W.
Right, and
35-18.
That's what we were looking for tonight.
They came into this game with the, as we call it, the strength and success ranking at number 8.
You're not going to read that paragraph again, right?
I am not even going to try to read that paragraph.
I got confused last time you read it.
I got confused reading it at 1.389, so they're going to probably do well in the strength and success, and they're going to go to 3-1 on the year. And folks, if you're watching this replay, homecoming Friday night, the 25th, against Harpeth, be here. We're going to be honoring, or the school is going to be honoring the undefeated team. The last, I guess, undefeated team that went in deep into the playoffs.
30-year anniversary.
30-year anniversary of that from 1979. And the Yellow Jackets definitely move into a tie for the top spot in District 12 AA. And on the year, the Yellow Jackets have continued to do what everyone hoped that they would do, and that's continue to be performing the unexpected. And when you think you know what they're going to do, they come out and do something totally opposite. Whether it's a 4th down fake, whether it's a pass when you're trying to run out the clock, that's what you got to love about this team. And you got to love about the tenacity of this coaching staff. And that's one thing I really haven't, or we haven't really put out there tonight. And let's give props to this coaching staff that's really worked hard. And that's Chris Hughes, the head coach, Frank Simmons, Mike Merritt, Chris Butler, Steve Skelton, Ron King, Mike Motley, Chris Smith, Nathan Blankenship. Other kudos, I guess, while they're all singing to the crowd here, Tim, is
the school song,
Alma Mater. That Yanni Parker, Martin Binkley, thanks a lot. Jody Wilson, Kelly Moore, thank you. Coach's tape we provided again by Michon Ramey, producer Bob King. We appreciate all he does. This is Kevin Anderson and Tim French calling the game for you tonight, and hope you guys enjoyed watching the replay back on either channel 3, 19, 96, or 99. And again, special thanks goes to Stacy Hare for getting us the stats during halftime, and we hope that we can keep that relationship going throughout the year, because that's a huge, cool thing to have during halftime.
We don't want to make Stacy upset. We really appreciate all the information she gets us. It comes in very handy, and it's just one more tool we can use to call the game.
Absolutely.
Hopefully next week back in our old haunts on the 2nd floor. Coach King, shout out to you. Coach Jones, or Athletic Director Jones, shout out to you.
Absolutely, and it's really cool to have our old spot back, but good game tonight, folks. Good game, young men, and coaching staff well prepared. We'll see everybody next week. Have a great night.
Drive safe.